on it. It's
I
very
didn't
rare.
realize he's that small.
Brandon, scoot that way a hair, because you've somehow got behind the pole. Now we can see your head. Oh shit! I don't know what I was clicking around the screen for. We're live. We're live already.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I'm here with Tyler Perea and Brandon Wade. Haygood. We are at Knights of the Round Table in Rainsville, Alabama. Thanks for tuning in. Share it. Invite your mom, Granny. I'm sure Granny will really appreciate what we bring to the
I'm
table.
sure
Oh,
we'll have some
absolutely.
good stuff for Granny tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So right now we're watching Beetlejuice, not the cartoon, but the. Well, how would I describe that and not be rude?
Is midget the okay term?
Is midget what?
I don't know.
What,
I
what are you
don't
going to
know
call
what
him? You
the-
can't say.
Well, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Do you say retard?
Yeah. But you can say whatever you
Special
want
ed.
to.
We'll
Y'all say
special-
retard?
I do.
I got pulled from TikTok the other day for saying retard. I made a video.
TikTok is like
I had a teacher in school. Yeah. I love you. Now let me get this done, okay? I love you. So I had a teacher in school, and she really did think I was retarded. Okay. Anyway, I had a few teachers that thought I had a mental problem. So this teacher came up to me one day in class, and she goes, "Hey," and I went, "What?" And I was like Kira's age. She snatches me by my legs and my hands. She held my hands down by my side, and she goes, "Wham, wham," and I went, and I laughed at her a little bit, and she was like, "You got to stop." Years later, I seen her again, and I said, "Hey man, I just wanted to apologize for how I acted in school." And she goes, "No. I thought you were retarded. It's okay." And I go, "No.
like, that's
I wasn't."
offensive.
But I put that on TikTok, and they pulled it. They took that video away.
Yeah. I don't know where the line is on TikTok though, because I've seen tits on TikTok.
I've seen
like
buttholes.
actual tits. Well, it's not like any OnlyFans or anything. It's tribes women
Yeah.
from Africa. They just
I'm talking about the ones that's like sagging
naked.
to the
They're
knees.
naked. No, they're naked and dancing and shit. And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a beautiful thing." And a lot of people are like, "Hell yeah, it's beautiful." and one guy
99
said,
viewers out of 100.
They're allowed to be there.
"Not my proudest tug" is my favorite comment.
Oh no.
Not my proudest tug.
Anytime I see titties or something on TikTok or like a stink wrinkle, you know what stink wrinkles are? Yeah. Anytime I see the stink wrinkle, I message Tyler and I send him that video and I say, "Just don't say retard."
Yeah, at
And he's
all.
like, "Well, okay."
Basically, just
No, but see, that's what's beautiful about America is that you can say anything that you want to say.
As long as it's not offensive to
Well,
people.
no. Yeah, well, I mean, you can say anything you want to say. That's what's beautiful about America, the First Amendment. But now, if 6-year-old me was at my grandmother's house
Mm.
and I go to my grandmother's house, I say, "Yo, bitch, go fix me some bacon and eggs." Well, my grandmother would beat the fuck out of me. My granddad would beat the fuck out of me, and my dad would beat the fuck out of me. So
You'd be
some
dead.
of the shit that you say does have consequences. Like some of the shit that I'll say has consequences. So, you know, it's a give and take, I think.
I like it when Leo says that some people should be bullied.
Yeah.
Leo
yeah.
is Tyler's boy.
Yeah, he's
And
I mean, it's not really kind of not untrue.
I think, okay, so I was bullied amazingly bad in school, really bad. And then I went to boot camp and I got a little mean and I started beating the shit out of some people and that
Mhm.
stopped. But the problem was I also, in turn, started bullying people because it's a cycle, you
Yeah.
know?
I don't think bullying's good.
No, but
At
I think if
all.
you're acting like you're a
At
cat,
all. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a cat.
Yeah.
Meow,
Yeah.
meow, meow. Oh, that's it. We got pulled. We're out. No, we're good.
Yeah.
Not
Have you ever heard about Ruby Ridge?
Yeah.
That's
hell
what,
yeah.
that was my thing. You? Yeah.
No,
So
Ruby
what do you-
Ridge, yeah.
should he not have just been allowed to kind of live
Be
by-
his
Yeah.
live his own life. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
for people that don't know, Ruby Ridge, I don't know where it was. I'm not educated on it like that,
I
but I
think it
do
was
know
in
what
Utah,
happened.
Idaho, somewhere up in
This
there.
cat, white family,
Yeah.
decided that they were going to go live in a cabin in their area, in their owned land, and just hang out and have their own guns and shit. Well, who was it that came?
It was the FBI.
Yeah, like the
The
FBI,
FBI, yeah.
DTF, all that decided to come out, and they were like not cool with that. They thought they were hoarding weapons and stuff. Well, they meet at one point. They're spying on them in the woods, and the kid's out walking his dog, and he loved that dog. It was like Old Yeller, you know what I mean? And they're out walking in the woods, and all of a sudden they see the people, and the kid goes, "Oh shit," because he realizes they're scoped up.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh no," he either said "oh shit" or he goes, "Oh fuck," F word,
Yeah.
right? And bam, they shot it. That they killed the kid and a dog. I think the dog got killed first. Kid shot back, and so they, it was a firefight at that point. The kid runs back to the house. Bam, bam, bam. Long story short, they held that family up in their home for like weeks, or multiple days at gunpoint. Shot the mom while the mom was holding a baby in her arm. They shot her through the window. She's holding a baby, just breastfeeding. Shot her through a window. I think the government kind of overreaches sometimes, and I think if I decide tomorrow that I want to live off solar energy and I throw solar panels on my house and I'm gonna grow my own garden, that shouldn't be a problem. But we can't conserve rainwater.
Yeah.
What?
Is that in Alabama?
I think that's the world.
I know that's in
the
California.
country.
ain't
I
it?
think that's the country.
That's the country.
I think that's
Is
the
that
country.
So that's the country you can't conserve.
Let's Google it and find
Yeah,
out.
Google it because I know it's in California. California's weird.
Every time I go to California, I'm just like, what's new? What's different?
I'd love to
What's
go
new?
see Northern California.
San Diego's fun. Like,
Is
it's
it?
a fun place. I got grandparents out there,
Hey, Mama,
but it's never.
will you check the volume,
they're
the
kind of
noise?
More of a.
Make sure you can hear us, and I'll leave you alone.
They come from Tennessee, so to move over there for the prettier weather.
Culture
blah, blah.
shock.
Well,
But
now I think I think we're lying to people, and
What?
it says in the majority of states, rainwater harvesting is either not regulated at all or is actively encouraged by state governments.
Yeah. I
Check
think
for
you can
Alabama,
do that, but I
Okay.
think in California it's illegal. Right?
what
Yeah.
states?
Find out. Homeowner's Guide. Can we conserve rainwater?
But it makes sense in California because they're so dry. And
Yeah,
they have all these wildfires. There should be.
California. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they
So
have
is
different
it-
views than my. Oh no.
Yeah. Is it true though, or is it?
I'm trying to find out, but Google is not being really helpful. Collecting rainwater. It seems like we can here.
Yeah,
States
that's what I was
where-
thinking. Because I know a lot of
States
people
where it is
who's
illegal to
fucking-
collect rainwater. 2023. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Watch it be like New York. But who?
Yeah.
like
And
New
we're over
York
here like,
water?
man, the government hates me. It's like, dude, just
The government's like, it's
just
just
get
fuck
your
up.
get your water.
Get your water, dude. Like, we're really gonna collect anyway. That's the next thing.
Now, what about Alabama has no restrictions. We can. So why
that's
are we
what
not?
No, well, I mean, I know people that's doing it, and it's good. I mean, because they feed their they
Okay.
water their animals.
We should do
They
that.
well, they use it for their animals and for their fucking plants and vegetables
I'm
and
not paying
gardens
no
and
more
all
water
that shit.
bills. I'm saving my
Why
water.
not?
No, I mean, yeah,
Flushing the shit.
I do
over
think
the-
we should camp more. I do want to go
Yeah.
camping.
I want to go camping too.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like camping. Vicky, we have a cool tent, right? It's a teepee tent, just like the Indians.
Yeah, I ain't
used
been
to.
camping in years.
We camp out in our yard. We go out in the yard, man. The
I
kids
used to
dig
sleep
it.
out in the yard all the time when I was a kid.
Dude, now the other
Yeah.
night though, I went into the house to get some beer because like it's the weekend. I'm gonna drink some
Yeah.
beer. I'm 30. I got a wife and kids. I ain't over here getting shit faced. I'm gonna have some beers. If they're eating candy, watching TV, I'm drinking beer, eating candy, and watching TV.
Mm.
So I went in the house to get my beer, and I come out and all I heard was yip 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 yip. Whoa, 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 whoa. Coyotes right over there, man. And Vicky goes, Sam.
And they'll sound like a lot, but there's only like 2 or 3.
It sounded crazy.
Yeah.
I told Vicky. I said,
Those
look,
sound-
y'all. And then all of a sudden we realized that I sleep with AR in the tent because I'm like, all of a sudden nothing. They quieted down.
Mhm.
They were just burrowing down out there. When we get done here, let's go in them woods and take the camera and the AR.
Yeah.
Why
Sound like
not?
a great
Okay.
idea.
Well, what if we run up on them?
Yeah.
Dude, we got a couple of pistols.
Yeah.
We're going to take them coyotes out because what are they going to do to my
It's
goats?
open season for them.
What are they going to do to my goats if they come over here? What are they going to do to my kid if they let my kid out in the yard like this? Look,
Yeah.
we're doing it, Daddy. Are you dead?
Yeah.
What about Howard Stern? Do you think people hated him? What about Jerry Springer? Do you think people hated Jerry? He just died.
Did you see what he said on his last
Did you see it?
message.
No,
That was
no.
a real good message that he sent out.
He essentially said my show's dog shit. I'm sorry for what I've done. I hope he
He
said,
repented.
he said if
for
I go to
everything.
heaven, you all will too. He said don't ever be on a show like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it was good.
But I mean, there was a guy in Fort Payne that works at Howell.
Yeah. Well, there
That
was also
is
somebody
still-
in Geraldine that got on that show.
Well, now we can get on shows like that. You just write
Yeah,
in.
yeah. They
But
paid
this
you like
guy
$300.
literally said something about like it's all fake. Like it's him
Yeah,
and his
it's
wife or something
scripted.
like that.
What about the guy that killed the guy for saying he was gay?
What?
So this one guy got brought on a show. It wasn't Jerry Springer. It's another show, long time ago.
Was it Mort or?
No, hang on. I'll tell you for sure. Show gay killed. What about the game show killer? You remember that?
Oh God, yes, that was fucking crazy. Oh, speaking of killer, hey, have you heard of Corey Hutchins?
I'm listening.
Look it up on YouTube. I want y'all to watch this.
Huh?
Corey Hutchins.
I'm gonna show
Yeah,
you.
this is a new. Okay, well, do whatever you got to do first, and then we'll go back to that.
My Vicky.
This is brand new. This is fucking gonna blow y'all's mind.
Cory. Vicky, can I borrow your phone?
Kour.
Because my remote is being a giant piece of shit. I can't type anything on my TV. While she brings me her phone. Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
Let me see it.
Yes.
Not the phone.
Oh. Is this connected to the TV?
Yeah. Well, you have to connect it.
So it's not connected. Okay, so the murder of Scott Armadur.
The game show killer.
No, the game show killer. He was killing women all over the country. He was,
He's
he
a
was,
serial killer.
he was
yeah.
going to game shows. He was
Yeah.
like on dating shows. Hey, baby. And they was dating and stuff. Scott Bernard Amateur was a bartender from Lake Orion, Michigan, who was fatally shot twice on March 9, 1995 by his acquaintance Jonathan Schmitz. 3 days prior to the shooting, they were both filming an episode of the tabloid talk show The Jenny Jones Show, titled Revealing Same-Sex Secret Crush. Amateur, a 32-year-old gay man, publicly revealed to Schmitz, a 24-year-old jacked, straight white dude, that he was his secret admirer. Following the appearance, Schmitz confronted him and shot him twice in the chest. He confessed to the killing and was found guilty of second-degree murder. Family sued the Jenny Jones show for wrongful death, although the show was ultimately found not to be liable. Amateur and Schmitz appeared on the Jenny Jones show was shelved, although it was later shown to jurors during the latter's trial. That's wild, brother. I'm not gay. Brother,
Yeah.
that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, I don't know how to do this. It's like, why is he doing his podcast in his mom's house? My mom's dead. Thanks, Mom. She's not really my mom. She's my stepmom.
Shut up. 50
Don't make
Pornhub.
it hard.
Pornhub stepmom.
She's my stepmom. She loves me. Thank you. Love you, honey. Now, I told Tyler earlier, I almost decided I didn't, but I had almost decided to pre-cuck people. Now, are you aware of what a cucking is?
No.
Okay.
Watching your wife get fucked by
Yeah.
somebody else.
Okay.
So I know that people think my wife's hot, and they try to hop in them DMs, right? So in the event that me and Vicky get divorced, which is possible, I'm a piece of shit, I'm annoying, things like that. But in the event that we get divorced, her new husband, in the event he's able to make that happen, will have to be totally okay with knowing that I'm going to be in her house while he's at work to see my kids. I mean, I'm going to make that happen. I'm pre-cooking them. So if she leaves me, you're going to have to be okay with me still hitting it, sir, while you're doing whatever. 'Cause that's my lady.
You gonna make the money?
Yeah, because I'm going to be at your house.
Man,
Doing what?
Be like, I like pizza rolls, motherfucker. Give me them pizza rolls.
You better buy some good food. This is my house.
It's our
Awesome.
house, buddy. It's our house.
Yeah, it's our house, brother. Yeah.
All right, so this happened recently. Corey Richards.
All right.
Kouri.
What was the thing about Beetlejuice in the boxing match?
He did have a boxing
We
match.
need to go back to that.
Kouri.
Yeah, there it is. It pulled up right there. Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
watch this shit.
I have
Children's
seen
book.
that.
Yes, this is what I want to talk about. Hell yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Which one you want me to click on?
I want to say, that one.
Why
That's
is
fine.
she attractive?
No,
No,
she's
no,
hot,
no.
but just
But is
okay.
what's her name attractive? The lady that killed her kid?
Casey Anthony. Yeah,
Is she attractive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
hot.
But is she
She's
giant
hot.
as shit?
Okay.
Comments on Amazon praised her for helping other families handle grief. Well, now she is under arrest, charged with murdering the husband she paid tribute to in that book. Here's Anne Mercogliano.
This mother of 3 was celebrated for a children's book she wrote about grief
She's pretty.
after her husband
He's balding,
died.
that's why.
You better leave it alone.
Took us
Some
all by
talk
shock.
shows.
But now a bombshell
I'm adding
new
her on
chapter.
Facebook.
She's
That's
accused
why.
of murdering him. Corey Richens told authorities she found her 39-year-old husband Eric cold to the touch on the floor in their bedroom. The newly widowed mom posted
He dead.
a tribute video to
No,
the husband on
she
Facebook.
killed him with fentanyl.
Life is just
Yeah, no shit.
But she draws-
She writes. Then she
She
published
draws
a
him
book
as an
teaching
angel
kids
up there with
how to
angel
grieve.
wings.
She
Bitch, you made him an angel.
with me.
Literally made him an angel. You fucking psycho.
It's dedicated to my amazing
Oh, my
husband,
amazing
my wonderful
husband.
father. Dad is still here.
He's still here,
Fucking
babies.
crazy
Oh,
motherfucker.
no.
You psycho.
Oh, no.
Mental health is a big problem in
It
America.
is.
Big problem.
Now, and porn don't help.
No, it don't.
Porn
A lot
don't
of
help.
shit don't help.
Porn
A lot of
don't
shit
help.
don't help.
My granddad told me as a kid, he said, them fucking video games
But
are
do
going to
you
rock
think
your
she
mind. And I
was, she
said,
was
no, they
watching
ain't.
porn?
I don't
or
think they did. Do I think she was? It depends. It depends, right? What if she wanted another husband?
Look at that.
But in a stunning development, Corey
Okay,
Richens was
right
just
here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
arrested in her husband's
Why is she wearing such a little green dress?
I'm not upset about it.
You're a news lady.
I'm paying attention.
It's not fentanyl. It's fentanyl.
Down here now, bam. Fentanyl.
Fentanyl is body in that green dress.
Before he died, Eric Richens had gotten very ill after
Bless
a
his heart.
Valentine's Day
On
dinner with his
Valentine's
wife.
Day, she tried to kill
Told a
him.
friend that he thought his wife was trying to poison him. The documents say.
That should be the red flag. Get the fuck out.
Look at this fucking
Took us all
bitch.
by shock.
It just took us by shock.
Yeah, but she had her 3 kids. She had her 3 kids write this children's story
About
about the dead
that she
daddy
killed. Now,
that she killed.
now, I do have a question.
What?
Now, granted, she shouldn't have done that.
Oh, well, obviously. Fucking obviously. Yeah.
She should not have did what she did.
Yeah.
It was wrong.
Yeah.
So now, how do you think Trump did talking on CNN the other day?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Now you know we're not having any more debates either.
Wait, didn't he get found?
After her husband's death. She has now been charged.
Well, let's watch it.
I think he did
Wait,
all
didn't
right.
he get held liable?
No, I don't know. Liable for
No,
what?
he did get held liable for something, for some sexual allegation.
Now they
or
were
some
saying
shit.
that he raped a lady. Now, okay. Now,
But that was a civil lawsuit, I think.
yes. Now,
It wasn't
if
criminal.
he raped that lady,
I
if he raped that lady, hey, 100%, go to jail, brother.
Okay,
Get
yeah,
out.
100%, 100%.
But now, if he didn't, and she said like Stormy Daniels.
100%, 100%.
Did we think he raped Stormy
No,
Daniels?
hell no.
Do
I
we
don't
think
think
he
he
raped
did.
Stormy Daniels?
I don't think
She's
he
spread
did.
legs for years. We all know that.
Okay, now, granted, if a porn star says they got raped, I think if they're saying they got raped, I can see where some creepy person.
Yeah,
would
yeah,
rape
absolutely,
somebody.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
somebody
I
at
see
the
that too.
statue.
I just think that he has enough
Trump.
money that if he was like gonna rape somebody, it wouldn't be Stormy Daniels. You know what I mean? Now, like I told you that day, I googled image. I told you, remember? I was like, man, I'm gonna Google image, see how hot she really is. And then I told you,
Yeah,
God
she
said
looks
you better.
kinda
She's
rough
about,
now.
she's about a 5.
Yeah, God
And
said
that's
you better
because
leave
She
me into
used to be
that.
hot.
She was hot, but also like his wife was hotter.
Oh, it still is. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So
Love her.
what's this about the CNN?
I just thought he did an okay interview.
But then after this, let's see about the damn liable sexual allegations,
we
because I did see that.
I think we can watch his whole thing.
And what's crazy is the way he handled himself was better than he ever did as president. Because you know where it was China and where COVID and just emphasizing these certain words.
I don't
Seemed
know
like he-
exactly what to type in to pull it up. Is the thing.
You scroll with Trump.
I'm gonna go right here first, but I want to see his deposition. Is what I want to see. I did think he had a pretty good little sit down with these people. Now we're not getting presidential debates
Yeah.
anymore. That's a weird thing for me.
Wait, what?
We don't get any
No.
more presidential
No.
debates, man. We're not getting them. We're not getting them.
Why not?
But they,
Bullshit.
no, straight up.
Nobody, you're not seeing them.
We will not see or get any more presidential debates right now. Anyway, personally, I like. Okay, so I'm poor. The only way that I can realize a president's doing good or not is if my gas is cheap, and that's just for me. That's the only way that I can really quantify that.
Gas is cheap. Your groceries.
Yes.
Your
So with Trump, my gas was very cheap, right?
what?
now-
2?
And now with Biden, it's very expensive. But I've been hearing RFK talk, man. I've been hearing RFK talk. And look, I don't run Republican or Democrat.
You don't
I-
think he's another rich asshole?
Wasn't JFK a rich asshole?
Everybody was. Everybody was.
Every president ever, right?
Yeah.
Now, do I think the president should be a regular person like us? Yes. We ain't getting that shit. We ain't shit.
Your pockets ain't deep enough.
I
to
like
get into the president's
I like
race.
what RFK's saying.
Huh?
I like what he's saying. He's like, look, there's a whole lot of poor people in America. They're working too hard to be as poor as they are. I like stuff like that. Same thing Trump says, but I think RFK is a little more well spoken.
And the way RFK's telling me is more convincing.
This
to me.
June, I mean, obviously.
Go, I'm listening.
Make a big difference if you look at.
Mr. President, back to what you just said there, though, it was not a
Is this
election.
it?
It was not a stolen
We're here in the
election.
gray room
You and your
at
supporters
Rainsville.
lost more than 60 court cases on the election. It's been nearly 2.5 years. Can you publicly acknowledge that you did lose the 2020 election?
Let me just go on. If you look at True the Vote, they found millions of votes on camera, on government cameras, where they were stuffing ballot boxes.
You know, just to pause there for a second, because
And of course, with CNN, you're going to get their viewpoint. You got two different viewpoints.
Now, but okay, so to that, since we're,
What happened with Tucker Carlson?
I don't know, he got fired, right?
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
go.
And Don Lemon got fired too from CNN.
Mom, was the sound good? Thank you. So here's my thing, and it does trickle down to us, right? So, and you asked if I talk about this, and yeah, we're going to some. So on CNN and Fox, there's two viewpoints, as there should be on everything, and I think there probably should be a third viewpoint.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
There probably
I
should be a
agree.
third view.
I agree with that.
Because me and Roy don't agree on everything,
Mhm.
correct? Right? Me and you don't agree on
Yeah.
everything. I have my view, you have yours, Roy has his.
Yeah.
There should be a view.
Yeah.
100,000,000%.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone should have their view heard
Yeah.
and said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's not. And now here in DeKalb County, you've got the Southern Torch, and who all do they own? They own every
Everything.
single
Everybody.
news outlet in
Because
America.
whoever controls the media controls elections, and everybody knows that shit.
Now Nick Jones
Everybody.
recently lost an election, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
the
he wasn't
DA,
qualified.
district
He wasn't
attorney.
qualified.
But now
at
the
all.
new district attorney, she's a sweet, she's
She's
a
a good
good
lady?
woman.
I don't
she
know.
is, no, she
Summerford?
is. Yeah, she's a good lady, and she's fair, and I do know her.
Now, so how do you know her?
I mean, I used to work close with her.
Okay, that's awesome. So now Nick lost to
But
her.
Nick, Summer is actually a good person,
Okay, I
and
like
she's
that.
somebody that you do want as a district attorney.
Yeah.
I think she
And
would
she
do a
has
great job.
the proper background.
Yeah,
to
she
be
does, and
not
she's
just a
very,
deep pocket.
she's very level-headed.
So you're saying she has some experience, not just a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
money.
yeah, she does, but she
Oh,
also can see both sides of things too.
So let's say
Impartial.
how long?
Yeah, there you go.
How long-
Bipartisan, I guess.
Yeah.
if
How
you wanna
long?
say that.
How long does she have her job before it's up for debate again?
We're at another
Well,
3.
4 years, right?
So you're telling me, and they'll say whatever, but you don't think, y'all don't think, a lot of people don't think that the Southern Torch is buying everything, and in 3 to 4 years, Nick will be what, 36, 40, 44?
Yeah.
He's not that old. Are they buying it because they want to tell a really good story about the area and tell what's happening and really put
No,
that
they're
news
trying
out?
to push an agenda, I believe.
Yeah.
They're trying to get Nick in office, right?
And they're trying to
Yeah.
get somebody in office. They're trying to
Somebody-
get
somebody
somebody
in
in
that little
office and
clique.
somebody elected. Hell yeah, they are.
Now that's wild to me.
Hell yeah, they are.
Now,
man.
now, if I had a lot of money, would I buy every news outlet?
And
Probably.
No, it's a smart move though.
It's
if
a
you're
smart
wanting-
move.
If it's a smart move if you're wanting to take over the entire county.
Mm-hmm.
If you're wanting to take over
But
everything,
if there's
it's
another
a smart
the other
move.
side of it, though,
But what are they
if
going to
we
get in
have
this?
Go ahead,
you need to
Brittany.
have somebody that actually, you got to have 2 viewpoints. You've got to have it.
At
In the
least
you got to
2.
have at least 2. And the thing with them buying it all up, it's Southern Torch or no way. And that's their ideology behind it is Because Nick's like, okay, here's $1 bazillion.
A cajillion.
Here you go.
dollars.
Let me buy it. Here you go. And that's exactly what he's doing. It's the monopoly of it. And now he can push Nick Jones for whatever.
And,
No, you're right.
and any story that he
you're
wants.
right.
If they were to post tomorrow,
No, you're right.
if they were
You're
to
right.
write in their
You're
paper
right on
tomorrow
too.
that we believe Sam Mcalpin eats people, eats dead bodies.
But you do.
Yeah,
Sam.
yeah.
You
If they were-
fucking do.
If they were to post that tomorrow,
Somebody eats dead bodies.
But if they were to post that tomorrow, that would be the common belief because they own every news outlet in the
That
area.
make you believe it.
Yeah, and that's a problem. That's a problem. If they were to say tomorrow, whatever the hell they want to say, everyone would believe that because they have every news outlet.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that's a positive, I think. So I do work for the Alabama Grapevine. I do like some interviews and stuff.
Been doing good.
They're not owned by them. It is growing some and stuff. Now, there's not really an agenda for us. Now, long term, does the owner and the people that do work with it want to do some stuff? Yeah, because I think they're kind of tired of really poor people having almost no say in the country. Like we can say country, right? That's kind of far. But if you're going to change things, you got to change things
You
first.
damn right.
Where?
Here.
At your house. At your house.
Where you can,
At your house.
yeah.
Now-
You got to bloom out from that
Yeah,
one.
they do.
that's absolutely correct.
Yeah, so I think they want to change some things here. Now, I did what I did. I did the shows. I've done a few things that I've done around this area. I know what you do in there. I know what you do in the area. There's not a whole lot of news articles about it. There's not a whole lot of anything really about it. There's nothing really about it. There's no story being told there, and I think that's a real problem because there's other people. If you cut us out, there's other people here that are also poor that also have things that they do, and who's talking about it? Not the Southern Torch.
The only thing
Not Times
Southern
Journal.
Torch is
Well, not the Times Journal anymore.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Anymore.
But if you think about it, we're worried about what now? June fucking Jam.
Dude.
Which I've heard is going to be a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Because
And
we
I'm-
shut
I'm-
down Main Street.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
So it's like, okay, think
I
about
live right in the middle of it.
think about your
I did that.
but think about your local businesses there. Okay, let's just look on right around the
Okay.
area.
How long is it going to go on for?
I think it's just one day. I believe.
Is it one day?
I'm not really.
Saturday? Is it a
I think it's a Saturday.
June 3rd?
But let's say where we've got.
I'm
Let's
glad
think,
it's
let's
coming
think about
back.
local businesses.
It's
there.
cool. It's coming back.
I'm glad it's
It-
coming
it's
back.
cool coming back, but what they should have done with artist wise, you've got these old timers, and that's great. But to bring this younger generation of kids in, Riley Green.
I want to say Laney Wilson.
some people like that.
This is
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
sound
yeah.
this is gonna sound selfish, but okay. So I understand where the good can come in as far as the money coming in, as far as this, and this. Do we have any locals opening the show? Real
Do
locals.
we? Oh,
Real
shit.
locals.
That's it. That's
No.
a good.
No, we fucking
we
don't.
do we?
Right?
We don't have no local.
Okay.
Wait, do we?
No, I don't know.
Have you seen?
The
No, I don't
lineup, the
give a
lineup is like
Alan Jackson's coming to town. Now here's the thing.
No, Alan Jackson. You can't afford fucking Alan Jackson.
No.
Now here, real quick before we get back on it. Here's a
Alan
funny
Jackson
thing I
did
wanna say.
come to June Jam back in the
Here's
day.
a
Yeah.
funny thing I've always said. Alan Jackson told a whole generation of people it's okay to be jack shit, right?
yeah.
You know
It's
why
okay
he
to be a little
you
bitty.
know why he told them that? It's
Why?
okay to be little bitty. That way he wouldn't get in his fucking way. Yes, all right. Y'all can be poor and little. I'm gonna be doing some shit, dog. And Alan Jackson's probably a great guy, but that's how I think he looks at it.
Oh yeah.
Now, where was we at? Where was we saying?
Alan Jackson,
Alan-
June Jam,
Alan Jackson.
June
opening
Jam,
for the
open
June
Do we
Jam.
have
Locals
any?
opening
Do we
for
have
the
any
June Jam.
locals opening for June Jam? I know two right
That is-
off. They could do it
who?
right away.
Logan Graves,
You got-
definitely.
you got
Definitely Logan
How do
Graves.
you not put Logan Graves
Oh,
on?
Logan Graves
How
is
do you
amazing.
not? Dude, Logan Graves.
Dude,
can
his
sing.
cover of Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan is honestly it's
amazing.
better.
Now-
It's better than Zach Bryan.
No, but is it Zach Bryan's or is it who?
No, it's Zach Bryan's song.
Now,
Zach
here's,
Bryan
now I'm gonna throw
wrote
another name who's not exactly local to DeKalb County, but Logan Neal, man, Logan Neal. So I think you should have some locals. Now Logan ain't from here.
Well, see what's bad is
I
you
think
got two.
You gotta throw Logan Graves on 100%. What about
Absolutely.
what about the kid? What about the kid, man? What about
What kid?
No,
Well,
hell,
look.
no. Who's the kid? From our last show.
The 15-year-old.
The 15-year-old kid singing
15
his
years
heart
old.
out, son.
Oh,
He
yeah.
literally, like, and we kept on more.
He
And the
threw
kid,
20 songs out, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I wrote
all,
these."
all original.
I wrote
15.
these.
What
And
were
that
you
is
thinking
beautiful,
about?
wasn't it?
Credence Johnson.
Yes.
Credence Johnson.
The Credence Johnson band.
Yeah.
15 years old. Wailing,
What
son.
were y'all doing at 15?
I was smoking pot out of a
Yeah,
a
yeah, I
Sprite
was
bottle.
on a dumb
And play with my pecker.
Still a dumb
That's
motherfucker.
the two things
I was
had.
eating Suboxone. I was not Suboxone. I was eating Seroquel.
Yeah.
That's what's bad, though.
Yeah.
We're talking about the local artists and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Out
Weston
of
Burt. Weston Burt is.
I don't know Weston.
He is a.
I've heard of him.
He is
yeah.
a graduate from Fort Payne, Alabama.
Okay.
He's a year older
Your
than
age,
me.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's a year older than me. He was actually like he opened up, the ACMs or whatever they do, that outside live performance,
Mm.
and he was like the star of that little show.
That's a big deal.
And okay. And then we have Jacob Stiefel. Jacob Stiefel band, one of the
Oh yeah, they're
best
good.
people ever.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Awesome dude. Awesome.
And Jess Goggins, right?
Jess Goggins.
She's good too.
Yeah, and then you've got, like, there's so many people. Then you got from The Voice.
A girl from Spring Garden.
Here's the thing. Skip all of them, right? You got to throw Logan Graves on because Logan Graves is that cat. That cat has got crazy
Talent.
pops. Let him open
Always.
up. Let him get in front of some people.
He's got some damn good originals.
tried to book
too.
him
Give a couple songs.
He's
at
got
least.
some
Give him
amazing originals.
I tried to book him a couple of times for an AFC show. I couldn't get him. He wanted that $250, and I was like, I ain't got it to pay you, right? If I could have got him on an AFC show in front of 1,000 people, it'd have carried a little weight, right? I think Logan should be on to open, and also I think someone who has to get a real hard look because they're playing in Las Vegas right now.
Marcus
Is
Spurlock.
Marcus
yeah,
Spurlock
Marcus
and the Muddy
Spurlock,
Water
yeah.
Band.
I mean,
Dude,
just
he's
right
good. I
across
love
the-
him.
He's
the
good. Marcus
bridge.
is incredibly talented.
Yeah.
We'll talk when you come back.
I'm sorry.
Son of a biscuit.
Yeah. No, keep going. Yeah.
But
I think you have to put Marcus on.
Yes, you do.
You have to put Marcus and Logan. Let them open. Let them get in front of them people,
Why
man.
don't we have all these people we're talking about? A couple songs for you, a couple songs for
I
you.
like it.
And
I
I'm
like
talking
it.
about, let's just get everybody in there.
They
Again.
they don't want to do it though because Marcus and I love Marcus.
Yeah.
Marcus ain't selling a whole ton of tickets. Marcus ain't got no money. I like
Exactly.
Marcus. I like Marcus a lot. Marcus just like me. He's just as poor as me. Logan, he ain't gonna draw 100,000 people out there. And Logan, I don't think he's got a whole lot of money. He ain't no big name. He ain't got no relatives. He's got no big name that's got a lot of money that's gonna put him
He's
in
got
like that.
talent though.
Nobody
man.
does. But the thing
He's
is, they
got
don't care about that, right? So I did what I did. I put Trevor Peak on TV, and I did that almost entirely on my own, right? I did that almost on my own. Now we got Trayshawn Gore on TV. We got Christian Eccles on TV. We got Billy Swanson on TV. Now a lot of them have got some pull off other people.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I can say 100% for sure that I did was Trevor Peak on TV. Now, we had sponsors, not like people want to believe. We had help, not like people want to believe. A lot of it was me preaching about a guy that I grew up with and a whole lot of money out of my own pocket. Now, no one cared about Trevor till they did. But who cared about Trevor? Was it the really rich people? Or was it the really, really down on his luck cat over here that might have smoked dope once in his life before? Who was it? Was it the Joneses out of DeKalb County? Or was it so-and-so out of DeKalb County? Who was it?
Everybody likes a comeback story.
Which one?
Trevor.
Who was the fan?
Oh.
Was it the poor people or was it the really rich folks around here?
The poor people is the ones that actually started, like,
That's who
rooting and
snatched
pushing
on to
them.
that. That's
But
who snatched on to
But if
that.
we're gonna get in this, let's go wide
Go.
open with it. We all know. We talk about this all the time.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna throw it on the table, and I don't
Hit
give
it.
a flying fuck.
Let's go.
But he forgets who the fuck got him to that stage. It's
He
not.
does.
It's not them big motherfuckers.
No.
The big motherfuckers, they're pushing you harder because they got the money to push you. The broke motherfuckers around here,
It was broke people
we
that did
can't
it.
push them. We're just
How much money did Jeff Powell got?
Everybody believed in him.
How much money?
And
No,
he-
not
and
everybody.
everybody-
Nobody believed in him at first. Nobody did. He came to my wedding. He came to my house. He helped build a wedding steeple thing for mine and
Archway.
Vicky's archway. No one cared about that guy. He was smoking dope, getting drunk, and hitting people with his car. No one gave two shits about him. I knew Trevor since I was a kid. Once I decided I was going to do a show, me and Cole was training in my backyard. Trevor came up in my backyard, and he dropped me like 6 times in my yard. And I said, all right, let's go. And we started working and stuff. There was no one that thought, oh, Trevor Peak, anything.
Yeah.
It was me first. And then people started hopping on board. Now Caleb can do the same way is the thing.
Yeah, I
Cole-
know, Caleb.
Cole Wells can do the same thing is the thing.
They both can.
Landon
I know
Hawkins
they
can do the
could,
same
yeah.
thing as the
I know they
but now,
fucking
but now
can.
where they don't get it is where they've got to really believe that, hey, I'm that next cat up. Jacob Harrell, my whole plan. Cole's my son. I'll tell people that till I'm blue in the face. And if someone says something bad about Cole while I'm around,
Cole would knock the breath out of me
Yes.
kicking.
if
like,
someone says
holding
something
the
bad
pad.
about Cole while I'm
Yeah.
around, we're going to talk about it. And it might get a little aggressive. And if I get beat up, I'll say, Tyler, it's getting rough over here. Cole's my son.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't always my plan. Cole wasn't training with us like that. I had rounds with Trevor, a lot of rounds. I started getting rounds with Jacob. Jacob had a lot of stuff he did good, Jacob Harrell did. Now, he's a little shitbag sometimes, but he had a lot of stuff he did good. But where he messed up, and I've told Mark this, I'll tell Jacob this, I'll tell anybody this, where Jacob messed up is he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait for his turn. Brother, you're 21 years old. You're 22, 23 now. He couldn't wait his turn. What Trevor did, my plan was to get Trevor up first, always to get Trevor up first. Not because Trevor's some life-changing talent, because when you really look at life-changing talent, he's not. Is Trevor an Elvis Presley? Is he an Elvis Presley? In the grand scheme of things, is he an Elvis Presley?
Well, no. Nobody's
No.
an Elvis fucking
That-
Presley. Nobody's an Elvis
Because that's
Presley.
life-changing talent. That's what that is. That's the thing. What Trevor was tough. He has plenty of things he does good, and I'm saying this from as pure a heart as possible. Would I tell Trevor things like, man, you can do this, man. This is God and Jesus. Yes, that's my job as your friend, first off. If I think I have a calling in life, that's my job. Right now, as your friend, do I think you can do comedy 100%? Yes. What if I didn't, though? Would I tell you that? Fuck no. No.
You
Why?
keep pushing.
What if I said, what if I thought Brandon's a shit car salesman? What am I going to tell him? Hey, man, you're kind of shit at selling cars. But he thinks he's supposed to sell cars. He thinks he's supposed to do that. Am I going to tell him that? No. That's not my job. My job as your friend is to be like, let's get this shit, motherfucker.
Let's keep running up.
Right? So that's what I did. Now, was there big things that he did for me? Yes, 100%. But what, so Jacob was supposed to be next up, but he couldn't wait his turn, right? I saw rounds with Trevor and Jacob. Now, people, they'll deny this till they're blue in the face. Jacob ran Trevor off the mats. He did one day. One day. They were really going after it, and Jacob ran him off. Trevor wasn't training like that, and Jacob was. Jacob was getting his work in. Jacob was supposed to be next guy up, but I had to get one person first. If you don't get one person, you ain't getting nobody. You can't grasp after everybody. One person first. If you get one person on, you can get somebody else, man. Jacob actually knocked me out one time. We was wrestling. He kneed me in my face. And but I started seeing stuff out of Jacob. When we was in the room, he was one of the hardest workers in the room. When we was not there, he was still one of the hardest workers. But you got to think, he's 21.
Yeah.
If someone gets on him and says, hey, man, Sam's holding you back. He wants it to be Peak and not you. What's going to happen? Well, you're going to believe that. And that's what happened. If he could have just stayed calm and waited, he'd have been a cat up. He fought David
Lewis.
No. This is
David Clark.
he fought David Clark.
David Clark was a
Could
bad
he have beat
motherfucker.
David Clark? Yes.
Yeah.
He would not. He was not going to beat David Clark with
In
Matt.
B2, he fought
Yeah,
in B2.
he was
yeah.
not going to beat David Clark with Matt and
No,
Mark as his
no.
coach. And I love Mark.
Yeah.
Mark put up my teeth in.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to beat him like that. But if he'd have took his time with Jeff and shut the fuck up, waited, and listen,
Be patient.
he was next cat up. That was the plan. The minute I started getting that work vibe off of him, hey, he's working, he's hungry, he's ready. That was always the plan.
Mm.
He just couldn't wait. He
Mm.
just couldn't wait. And man, I get it. I get it. It's very hard. The first show I ever had, very first show we ever had, I went up to Trevor in the back. I did it at every show I ever did. I'd walk up to people in the back and I'd give them a little pep talk. Not because they need it, but because, man, I need you to understand how much this means to me and how appreciative I am that you're letting me do this. So I went in the back and gave them a little fucking blow the roof off this place thing. It's just whatever. It's my thing. First show I did, I went back in the back to Greg and I said, hey, man, good luck. I want to thank you for coming out. Blah, blah, blah. Blow the roof off this place. If you beat him, great. Do your thing, man. We'll build off you. I went up to Trevor's locker room and I said, hey, man. He goes, what's up? And I said, fuck you. And he said, what? And I said, fuck you. And he goes, yeah. I said, yeah, 100%, man. I said, this is my dream. This is my life. This is something that I wish was me instead. And I put you in the main event of it, right? And he said, yeah. I said, so eat shit. Get fucked. Go out there and do your thing, buddy. And now he's on TV. Now, granted, is it the biggest deal in the world? No. But I know the amount of weight that I carried into that. That's why when me and him was talking a few weeks ago, I was going to get a little bit of money, things like that was owed and things like that. He was going to give it to me, which is, by all means, thank you, sir. But once I really thought about it, my wife talked to me about it. I don't want that money. I don't need that money, right? I know what I did. I know what happened. If you're not going to tell people the truth of things, that's 100% okay, man. That's fine. Does it make me sad? Do I hate that I'm not around fights anymore? 100% yes. That was a real calling I felt that was important in my life. But also I'm aware how God works. Now, could God just send me to hell for everything I've done in my life? Hell yeah. Yeah, man, he could right now. He could make me die right here as we're sitting here. What if he's letting me pay a little bit for some of the stuff I did by taking fights away from me? I'm okay. All right, man.
Oh, fuck
man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's hard to accept.
Hell yeah.
That's hard to accept. Now, I can't say 100% that that's the fact.
Hell yeah.
But if that is the fact, and I have to sit there and grin and bear that, man, that you took a big old love from me. You know what I mean? And if I have to take that, all right. You know, what can I say?
Yeah.
God, how dare you? He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he definitely does.
He's got a
man.
greater
I'd rather
path
pay.
anyway.
I'd rather pay here than when I die. I'd rather pay
Isaiah
here.
45:7 though, he says that I formed the light and created darkness. Yeah, he created good and evil. Fucking everything. He's the Alpha and the Omega.
I did my bad. And if he's letting me pay for it now, I'm okay with that.
That's
If he's gonna let me hang out with my kids and get old, but just by taking one thing away from me, that means the world to me because I take a lot of pride in it.
but today is a gift.
It is every single
Today
day.
is a
Every
gift.
second.
And you can't
Every
you
single
damn right
day,
it
man.
is. Every moment. Living in the now, right here,
And
right now that we're talking
that's hard
right
to
now.
do.
That's it. Hell yeah,
Hard to
it's
do.
hard to do. It's hard to get in that because you're either living in the past or you're wanting to be in the future, and you can't be in both places because they don't exist.
I gotta get this,
Right
this,
here.
this,
Yeah.
and this done.
Yeah,
Man.
No,
I mean, there's a lot of times I think I was like, man, if I would have done this car selling thing X amount of years ago, where would I be today? And you know, the what ifs. Then I think, okay, well, my big grand scheme is like I want to take this deck of motors and I want to fucking explode statewide, even nationwide. You know,
I'm listening.
but the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, if God wants me to take this one little bit Rainsville lot, we're going to take it a step at a time, day at a time, a moment at a time. I'm completely okay with it because he's the one telling me he got me. That's the way it's
You
going to be.
damn
He's
right
going
it
to guide
is.
me.
Yeah.
So I just sit back and let him guide me, and wherever you lead me, let's go. Let's ride.
that divine rhythm, getting that fucking rhythm, and it's hard to do.
Have you heard
man.
that song by Tyler
It's hard
Childers?
to do. Which one?
Universal Sound.
Oh fuck, man.
I
That's
like
great.
that.
Hell yeah,
I like
man.
that. I like
I
that a
love
lot.
Tyler Childers.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's got some good old stuff, man. The other night, Vicky didn't make us go to church. She didn't. So I played Tyler Childers for like an hour in the house.
That's church, though.
It's cool, man. He's
That's
got a little vibe to him.
When two or more gather in my name, man.
Hey,
Who is that? Is that Pearson?
There's
No.
no fears.
Yeah, get that damn chair.
Come on, son.
Come on over here, Pearson.
For everyone that don't know, my brother Pearson Chadwick.
Oh, Leo loves playing chess with Pearson.
Middle
Leo
name-
loves Pearson.
Middle name starts with an M. No, first name. Hey, this
there's
chair right
a
here.
Chair right there, buddy. No, hell no.
No, there's
Come
right
on
over here.
Sit by Tyler. It's good. Just be careful.
Good talk.
Now, a lot of people don't know. All my life, Pearson, how many times have I dated ugly women?
A few.
Nah, don't lie. You're always
A few?
talking shit like I'm dating beautiful ladies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he's full of shit. He's been saying forever, Sam, you're always dating pretty girls. Now, Pearson, when we was young, he would, I remember I dated this girl one time. Nothing ever happened, not in a real way, but we was at Papa's house. And so once we would get there, Pearson was young. How old were you?
13, maybe. 14.
He would run down the hill. That girl would walk to my house from her house, and Pearson would run down the hill. And her little brother would go play on the trampoline and throw rocks and shit at passing cars. And I was, making time. That's all thanks to Pierce. He's like shot tequila.
Yeah.
Now we're not shotting, we're sipping.
Sipping.
Sipping tequila.
I'll sip some.
Head in there on the top and grab you a drink, brother.
There's beer in there too if you want beer. I don't know.
Pearson been drinking already.
No, I haven't.
Said you had.
No.
Glad you're here, buddy. But
I hope Trevor the best, man.
I do too.
I hope he fucking
I hope
gets
good
the
for
belt.
him.
I do. I hope Trevor the best.
I mean, I
man.
really do like the whole underdog story. I love the story.
Everybody
behind
loves
it.
that story.
It's
Everybody
something you
does.
can kind of vibe with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you kind of click with.
But you start getting too many people in your ear at some point, and you don't know who to listen to sometimes. But he's listening. Jeff is amazing.
Jeff's the best
is
thing you can listen to.
Jeff is a good soul.
he is.
Jeff Powell
Jeff's good
is a
people.
good soul and
The
a
way-
damn good teacher.
Now I've been mad at Jeff some.
Oh hell, we all
And
have.
I've let Jeff know, like, hey man.
We've all been mad at each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody, yeah.
But I don't mean any hate for Jeff.
No.
I want every single good thing that can come out of this for Jeff.
So
to
what you
get.
been mad about, Jeff?
Just a few things, like and he knows. So like with him wanting Trevor to go to Chattanooga instead of being where we were, he made it from us. We can say Chattanooga
Yeah.
did whatever, but at the end of the day, he made it because of us. Because Chattanooga had him before. They didn't give two shits about him. The reason that I believe,
But Jeff lives in Chattanooga.
yeah.
And so he's closer.
Yes, but now also, there's also some hard feelings towards Caleb, Landon, Cade, Will.
Wait, what's the
All-
hard feelings towards Caleb?
We had Jeff here. 10 minutes,
know.
10, 20, 30 minutes from our
Caleb
house.
showed up for Jeff.
No, but I'm saying when he stopped. There's times, so like, okay, so say you have a fight lined up, right? And you show up. That's normal,
Yeah.
right? So you never fought, and you always
Yeah.
showed up when I had
Yeah,
fights lined up. You never, but you showed up when I had fights
Yeah.
lined up. Always did. But now, if you're not showing up for other people's camps, that's weird.
It is.
That's a strange
Right,
thing.
Yeah.
You can't just show up when you got a camp. You should show up when anybody has a camp.
Yeah.
And so that's my heart.
I think a lot of young people don't understand
how much work it is.
Yeah.
It's a
They
lot of
don't,
work.
and they don't understand. I think it's a mental game. I've never fought. I don't plan on fighting, but I do comedy, but it's
Comedy's
nothing the
hard,
same.
too.
But it's nothing. I don't think you can compare them, but I think you can compare the psychological.
Yes, it's very hard getting in front of people. Period.
Well, yeah. That's it. And you tried, and you can do comedy.
Comedy's
I know,
hard,
but
though.
it is comedy. I mean, comedy is hard, but you can do it. I know you can because I've seen you do it.
I think somebody.
But
else
the
would
thing
have
about
to
it
die,
is
'cause
I was high on
tired earlier, and I'm
mushrooms.
like, there's no way.
Dude, same.
Sit your
And I
dog.
fucking bombed.
I
Like, that's
know.
the first
I
time
got
I could
laughs.
say shit. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the highest highs and the lowest lows. Like,
That's what people don't get is the highest highs, lowest lows.
that's
If you
it.
try to
There's
do
no
s-
in between. There's no in between. Like,
No,
I've fucking rocked some
you're
fucking
on
places.
top of the world or you're banned.
You're
What do
fucking
you
like,
mean?
oh my god,
You're saying
I'm
I
gonna
should kill
just
myself
blow my
tomorrow?
fucking brains out. Yeah, no. But
Now
I ain't-
Pearson played basketball in school. What was that like? Some
Oh, there
days
you
were
go. There
shredding
you
on
go.
them. Some days
Fucking-
what? How was
We
the
lost
bad days?
We lost.
I'm glad he's done that.
We lost.
No.
Put it
Keep
on.
Keep
Put
it
it on
on.
his
And you
face.
stay on.
What?
Stay on.
We-
Look it up. Show him the guns right quick.
What?
Yeah,
Look
no,
at that
no,
boy.
I know.
Whoa,
He's
He-
fucking-
We
now
lost
listen.
20 something games out of like 27 games. We probably lost 25, and the 2 wins was the same team.
And so the
Oh,
two
yeah.
wins. How'd them 2 wins feel?
Good because we knew we was gonna win.
Oh,
But if we played like that in all the other games, then we would have done way better.
What about the wins that you didn't know you was getting? What about
We
them?
didn't get those.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I've had a couple of those. Those
We
feel-
didn't win
Those
those.
feel
Hell
good,
no,
son.
they didn't.
Yeah, but if
Those
we'd have
feel
played
right.
like we went in those 2 games knowing we was gonna win, and if we'd have went into all the other ones,
Knowing we was gonna win.
we'd have won.
Why is it so hard to know you're gonna win?
Because in those moments you feel like you're better than another set of teams or people or something.
Dane Cook said, he said, I get so nervous. He said, but I don't want to say that I'm so nervous because I know I'm going to go out here and kill it. He said, because that would be wrong. He said, so people don't say that.
No, that's true.
I like that.
No, that's true because
If I could be
okay,
so
if you're not
nervous that I'm
nervous,
gonna fucking
no,
blow
if
the
you're
roof
not
off,
nervous,
that'd be
then
good
then
nerves.
to
I'd
me-
like that.
Yeah. If you're not, to me, I like being prepared.
Yeah.
I'm still a little nervous. Being a little nervous is
Okay.
great.
No, this is my life, bitch.
Being a little nervous is great
So,
because you know that you're not an arrogant fuck.
yeah. So
and it does take real work.
So I would always ask Jeff. I would say, "Hey man, I'm pretty nervous," and he would go, "Well, that's good. I'd be more worried if you wasn't."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I said, I'd always ask him. I said, "Hey man, is this cat gonna fuck me up?" He said, "Well, yeah. If you don't handle your business, probably." He said, "But if you be a badass motherfucker like you can be, he can't touch you." He said, "But you gotta do what I tell you." He said, "You gotta move."
Then you can strike like a motherfucker.
Fuck yeah,
Like
man.
you can
But
strike like a
man,
motherfucker,
The
dog.
one time, okay, so you got to think the whole 4. So I had my really, really bad fights, my really bad ones. You can find them on YouTube. They're all there. They're all there where I was not doing any kind of training, nothing. You can find them all. Then I had a pretty good little stretch where I was looking all right, and that was all Jeff. And there was only one time in that stretch with Jeff. There was 2 times actually in that stretch with Jeff where I went, "No, motherfucker, you're getting fucked up." And that was when I fought the guy that I was mad at Corey Holbrook about, that yoked cat in Kentucky, and then when I fought the honey badger. Now,
So how'd you feel about before you fought them? When you knocked the guy out in Kentucky?
I was
so how'd you feel?
I was so mad at Holbrook that it was just easy. It was like, "Nah, motherfucker."
So you weren't even nervous. You
No, I was
fucking
ready.
You
I was ready to sling bombs
You
at a
was
head.
ready. And so that's what
Ready.
it was.
My gloves, man, they felt like bricks in my hands. I was like, "I'm ready
And you
to
were
crack
supposed
this
to
guy."
lose that fight.
Yes, because he was so yoked.
And you
Now, but when I fought Holbrook, the guy that I was actually mad at, I wasn't mad anymore. I was just
before you fought him?
no, because it was so I fought Holbrook's buddy,
Yeah.
and like 6 months later, I fought Holbrook. Well, I can't stay mad at you for 6 months.
No.
It's not possible,
No.
right? No, how you said I was fat. You know what I mean? So, but now the second time when I really knew that I was going to win, when I really felt very prepared, was when I fought the honey badger. We came with it was Brandon. I don't remember his name, but we came off the layoff from COVID. And I had been doing nothing but time with Jeff. But the thing with that is, what people don't understand is I had 4 years of training. Well, Sam trained 4 years. He didn't do that great. Well, out of those 4.5, 5 years, I was also putting shows together to try to build this fucking cat up and put him on TV, right? I wasn't just training.
Mhm.
I wasn't just running shows. I wasn't just this. I was helping run the gym. I was training, and I was trying to have my own career, and I was trying to put fights together to build a platform for people that I think can be on TV. That's a fucking lot. Like if you tomorrow go, "I'm going to start doing my own comedy showcase, but I'm also going to be on it. And I'm also going to keep," no, it's a lot. It's a lot on your fucking plate to fight a person, period. And then also you're worried about everyone else fighting everybody else, right? That got hard. So when it got time to the honey badger, we had the layoff from COVID. Nothing was worried. I didn't have nothing on my plate. I was supposed to fight the honey badger. And so we get to weigh-ins. I hit my weight. I hit 154.6. Wasn't a hard cut. I'll show y'all pictures of a good cut versus a bad one. I found them finally on my phone. There's a good cut to 55, and there's a bad one for me. At one time, I cut 220 to 155 in like 4 weeks.
Jesus
that's
fucking
crazy.
Christ.
No, that's crazy.
How did you do that? Now,
I
walk us through that shit.
I ate iceberg lettuce, I ate tuna, and I drank water, and I ran.
And that's it.
Yeah.
How much did you run though?
A lot.
Like
So-
how many
so
how many miles could you run at
So
one
you know my
time?
road.
Yeah.
I would run to the end of this road
Carlisle.
and back. I could run that shit. I
The
was
whole
trucking. son.
Damn.
Hell
Wait,
yeah.
Without stopping?
Hell yeah. I was
From
trucking.
here to the
to
stop
hilltop,
sign,
yes, and back. I was trucking. I was going. son.
non-stop.
Hell yeah. I was in really good shape.
That's still a lot of weight.
Hell no,
For
no,
that-
it is.
that
No, it
short.
is. But it was dog shit. So we get to the fight with Honey Badger. We get to weigh-ins, and I hit weight good. I hit 54.6. Not a bad cut. Wasn't sunk in. I felt right. I could have hit 45 if I wanted. Not have
What is
been
that,
sunk
70
in.
pounds?
Yeah. No, Honey Badger wasn't 70. Honey Badger was
For-
more like
that you
30 or
cut,
40.
though.
Yeah. So if you go 220 to 55, 20, yeah, about 75 pounds. I'll show y'all pictures. It's fucking crazy. I went through the Holocaust. Not in a bad way. I meant like I starved and ran. I looked crazy. Eyes sunk in. It was awful. I lost that fight in 15 seconds. There was no fight left. There was no more fight in you. There's nothing. You did all that to get all that weight. What are you going to do? How are you going to be strong? Y'all think anyone that came out of the Holocaust was strong? No. They were starving to death. They were having to deal with some crazy shit. How do you starve and be strong? Not possible. If you handle it right, you can do it a good way. But I'd go from here to the end of the road. I'd go back. Cops pulled me over one time for running. Vicky was following me at night because I needed to go for a run, to get my weight down. And I hate running, so it's good for you.
I mean, did she play like Eye of the Tiger?
No. She was just following me to make sure I didn't get hit by a car. I'm scared of the dark. I don't want to get bit by a dog. Cops told you can't run at night. Ain't shit, dumb motherfucker. I'm pretty sure I can. Anyway,
This
so,
is America
so we
going
get to
down.
weigh-ins with the honey
We
badger.
actually do have a curfew.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a layoff with the honey for COVID and stuff. I get to fight with honey badger. I wasn't worried about shows. I wasn't about nothing. I was fighting that guy. We get to weigh-ins. I told everybody, I was like, yeah, man, I come from like 200. You know, I'm big. I was being a little loud about it because I made a good little cut. And we get to face off, you know, and I'm like feeling that shit, you know, and he's trying to like, he had done slumped a cat. He had done stiff boarded this guy before, you know. He was a pretty bad little cat, you know, before he fought me, Justin Jamar, a couple other people. He had smoked a few people. And like 2 fights before my fight, he had started to die out, you know. So I get to him, and it gets time to face off, and he like puts his mask on and stuff. And like me, I can't find my mask. I take my shirt and I tie it around my face. I feel like I felt like that guy. I don't feel like that guy now. I'm working. You know, I got a wife and kids. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, I swear to God, you ever dunked a basketball? How do they feel when they dunk a basketball? Wow. That's how I felt. So I'm like, I'm in his face. I'm breathing heavy, man. I'm really losing my mind. There was no way. I think me and him fight 10 times. He don't never beat me. Just because of how I felt that day. Like I felt that shit, right? So we get to the fight day, and I walk out. Now he sold. I ended up getting co-main event that night. He sold like every single ticket in the place, right? He sold every ticket in the place. I was supposed to fight somebody else. I ended up getting him. They bumped us up to co-main. It was cool. All of a sudden, I walk out first. You know, boom, fuck you. I'm like, right? I get out into the cage. Wham, wham. I sit there. I just feel good, man. Like you can tell when you feel good, and you can tell when you feel bad. And I felt good, man. And he's taking his time walking out. I had smoked my pads with Jeff. I had done everything good. I've done everything right. I got my privates. I got my extra. I got extra. I was rocking it, son. And all of a sudden, it's time for him to walk out. And he's taking his sweet-ass time. So I go, get the fuck out here, boy. I screamed it. I remember screaming it clear as day because I tried to do it another time when I fought another guy. I wasn't that guy that day, man. I just wasn't. And but I screamed it at him. I said, get the fuck out here, Brandon. He comes out, bam, fight starts. He can't touch me. He doesn't touch me at all. Like Jeff told me leading up to the fight, he said, don't get hit by the overhand right. I said, yes, sir. Sure enough, I got hit with the overhand right. He gets a takedown. I had an armbar off the cage. Armbar off the cage is, people don't respect that enough. It's an easy little submission to hit. You get a whole lot of extra oomph off of it. And I hit the armbar off the cage. I ran. I jumped over the cage and started screaming at my buddies, wah, because I had done it. I had beat a guy I wasn't supposed to beat at all. Even Greg Hopkins picked against me, and Greg Hopkins loves me like a brother, you know. And I started headbutting the cage. I said, what about them pigs, Greg? What about them fucking pigs? You know, losing my mind, and not in a mean way, just losing it. But that was one time when I knew for sure that cat was not beating me. Now, he ended up winning the couple after me, but he also ended up fighting Justin Jamar. And it took Justin Jamar, who is a badass motherfucker, who is a badass. Who do you think beat Brandon quicker, me or Justin? Me. I beat Justin quicker. I beat Brandon quicker. And not to toot my horn. Justin's bad, man. But I beat him quicker.
Didn't Brandon fight him?
Yeah, he did. He lost.
Yeah, I know. Brandon's a tough motherfucker.
I like Justin Jamar so much. Justin Jamar, man, as badass as he is. You know,
Brandon never turned down nobody.
You know, no, we're gonna get on that. You know what Justin's ever said to me, rude? Why you always saying white trash hero or black and wilds, brother? That's racist. And I said, no, it's not, brother. I love everybody. He goes, Justin's good people. Brandon Williamson ain't never turned down one person ever. Brandon Williamson's about as ghetto as they come.
But he's so, man.
But when it's not time to be ghetto, he's about as nice as they come.
He's
like
a real
so
motherfucker, man.
So like, say he knew you as my brother, and he saw you drunk at Lamone's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone was talking shit about you, he'd go, that's Sam's brother? And if someone said yes, Brandon's going to tear some heads up, man. Brandon's going to hit someone with a chair. He's going to throw a rock. He's going to throw a bottle. Brandon's that kind of loyal person, and I love that guy, and I miss him, and he gave me a whole lot of good rounds in my life. A lot of good rounds as far as sparring goes. He made me do a lot of stuff better and learn how to adapt to a lot of things.
He's a hell of a boxer.
He is, man. He really is.
Slick boxer.
Bare knuckle boxing, he should probably be there right now. He really probably should.
Damn.
Will should have been slap fight champion of the world, right? And he should have done other stuff too, but he should have been champion of slapping people.
Shouldn't have been fucking hanging out with these cocksuckers around here.
Losers.
These motherfuckers.
What about a dog the
These
bounty
fucking
hunter?
stupid
What
motherfuckers.
about Dog the Bounty Hunter's kid now being a daughter?
Oh yeah. I guess they're trying to do a reality show. I don't know.
They're shooting a lot of footage.
But now, okay. I will say this. Stephen Malone is a great guy.
He's a very nice
and
guy.
he's a good person that needs to be a cop.
Yes,
he
I
actually-
think he should be a
But
cop.
Sam, you and I both know that I can be an asshole sometimes.
100%. Show them here.
100%.
That's fucking way you must have done.
So I think I owe
Glad you're here.
Stephen Malone an apology because when we worked together at Rainsville, he asked me, it was after a long day, long night, and he said, and I was telling him, he was relieving me, and I was telling him what all went on and all that shit, and you know, I got a resting dick face sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
And
Piece of
yeah,
shit.
I know, I'm a dick sometimes.
Well, listen, you keep going. I'm getting a beer while you do.
Yeah. And so he said, hey man, is everything okay with you? I said, what are you, my fucking wife? And I didn't mean it. I meant it as like just joking, just joshing.
You hated it.
Just joshing. But he ended up telling the chief on me, and the chief told him that he should write me up for that. And so, Stephen Malone, if you're ever listening to this, I apologize if I offended you that day. I really do. And I hope the best for you. And I hope that I know that you're in the right place where you're at as being a chief of police. You're a good person. And I'm sorry that I offended you. But now when I went to Valley Joyce, we talk like that to each other every single fucking day.
But now,
And me and you, we could talk like that to each other.
but
all the
also,
time.
also Stephen, also Mr. Malone, Officer Malone. You could
He's a great guy.
You could have wrote me a ticket that day. You didn't, and I appreciate it. You've always been very nice to me. That thing went to Neverland. Now, that being said, if you are so thin-skinned that hurt your feelings to the point of writing a person up and complaining to someone.
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
If just
Me?
Tyler saying, what are you, my fucking wife?
Yeah.
Tore you up enough that you had to go complain to your boss. Maybe.
More like
And
snitching
Steve-
to your
now-
boss,
now
but that's a whole
Stephen-
nother story.
No, that's what it was.
Stephen's
That's what
Jack
it was.
Pearson.
But
Stephen's
he's a
Jack.
great. He's
Freedom of
like
speech.
6'5". He's
Freedom of
huge,
speech.
and he's a great guy.
His clothes
And the
don't
women
fit.
loves him. The ladies love
Well,
him.
no, because he's so jacked.
Oh,
But now,
yeah,
that
yeah.
being
He's a
said,
good-looking guy.
if you are that soft-skinned, that's going to bug you.
You're probably in the wrong field.
Probably in the wrong field.
Probably in the wrong fucking.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
no, I think he is somebody that
He
needs
does
to
seem
be
to
in
do it.
there.
Now,
But his heart's in the
is-
right place.
But the skin,
But
It's very
so you
thin.
gotta have,
Very thin.
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta have a little thicker.
Yeah,
than
yeah,
that
and it caught me by surprise when the chief called me in his office and said,
I
"So
probably
Tyler,
laughed.
why
I'm
did
smart ass.
you say that to Sergeant Malone?" And I was like, "Dude, I was just playing with him. I'm fucking around." And
Like,
he was
I'm
like,
trying
"Well,
to-
I told him that he should have wrote you up." I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm serious." I was like, "Okay." Well, he ain't the chief no more. He's
Yeah. Now, which one is that?
Kevin Smith.
Oh, man. Now he's down at Scottsboro now.
Yeah, he's a sergeant. He's making lives terrible at Scottsboro. He's a
So, what do you know about, what's his name again? Stephen Smith? What's his name?
no Kevin Smith.
I don't know. Now, here's what I do know. Now, real quick before I let you go about him, here's what I do know.
Rash is the most notorious religious leader.
Here's what I do know. So, I went to
It's David Koresh.
yeah. So, I went and I was fighting. I was in fight shape, right?
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna tell two stories actually.
Yeah.
So I was getting ready to fight Trey Manley. Now Trey's nickname is He's So because he is so manly. That's a jacked cat at 55, incredibly jacked, right? So I was getting ready to fight Trey Manley. Now I lost to Trey Manley at my house at Rainsville. Now and then I retired, blah blah. It was a very emotional night for me because like that's the only time I knew leading up to it that was the only time that I was going to get to fight at my house. I knew that. I was like, man, that's really about it. That's about it. I didn't win. Time to hang it up. It means a lot to me. How long have I been willing to fight people and do good at it?
Almost 15 years.
Almost 15 years. So it carried a lot of weight in the grand scheme of my life. Now, leading up to the Trey Manley fight, I had a guy that was not under contract with us, that was working for us, doing fights for us and stuff. So the day of weigh-ins, now when I fought Trey Manley, Vicky ran that show. Now she ran that show. Vicky, who matched the fights when I had AFC 7 reunion when I fought Trey Manley? Who matched the fights? Yeah. No, not on paper. Who matched them in real life? Okay, all right. So I matched all these fights. Now, Vicky did a lot of stuff for me, but at the end of the day, everything still fell on me. So we get to weigh-in day, and it's weigh-in day, and we're sitting there, and like Manley, all these other people look at me like, where's these people at? The commission people that didn't want to come and just do the job. And I'm like, man, I'm dying too. I'm pretty sunk in also. I don't know where they're at. Right? So it gets to the point where I tell Vicky, we take ticket money up on fight day. All right? And I tell Vicky, I say, we get everybody's ticket money except one person. And I told Vicky, I said, hey, we're not going to get that cat's money today. And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, you'll see. Something will come up. We're not getting that money today. It's a substantial amount of money. We're not getting it. She said, are you sure? I said, 100%. Sure enough, we get through the day. We get weighed in. I ain't getting that money. I told Vicky, I said, look, that cat will call me the next day. We'll talk about it the next day. I'll get a phone call in the morning. Sure enough, I'm trying to think about fighting a pretty jacked person, my only fight that I'm ever going to get at my home in a real meaningful way. And instead of worrying about fighting this person, I'm waiting on this phone call from this person to see if I'm going to get this ticket money. And I tell Vicky, I said, I'll get a phone call in the morning. 9 o'clock hits. What do I get? I get a fucking phone call. Hey, man. I'm like, what's up, brother? What you got? He goes, I just want to stop by and talk to you. I said, well, no, tell me really what happened. I'd rather stop by and talk to you. And I said, well, all right, that's okay. Just come by the house. So I hop in this cat's truck and talks to me for a little bit. And I'm like, well, what's the deal? He said, well, if I had to take that money. I said, what money? He said, the ticket money. I said, why did you have to take that money? And he goes, well, if I didn't take that money, the mafia said they was going to cut my hands off. And I said, what are we really talking about here? I said, this is probably the third time that you've took money from me and told me it was the mafia. And he goes, yeah, I know. I said, okay, so what's the real story? And he goes off on this spiel about that if I didn't take it out of my glove box, which is where it was, they were going to cut my hands off. So I said, okay, first off, that's the third time you've told me that story. I'd have done cut your fucking hands off, right? So we're weird now. I said, secondly, I said, it's very not fair to me. I said, I'm trying to worry about fighting this person tonight at my house. I'm trying to win a fight. And instead, I'm sitting here fucking with you about getting a little bit of ticket money to square things up. I said, you see how that's not fair? And he was like, yeah. I said, all right. I said, so I could pull you, but no one's going to be mad at you. I said, who are they going to be mad at? And he goes, you. I said, exactly. I said, so if I pull you, they're not even mad at you. They're mad at me. They hate me. I said, that's not fair to me, right? I said, I can fight you right now. I said, there's a very real possibility that I lose. I said, there's a chance I win, right? I said, but what's the worst case then? I said, then I lose 2 fights, right? He goes, yeah. And I'm like, all right. So this cat starts bawling and crying in his vehicle about, whatever, I'm sorry, all this and that. And I said, look, it's cool. I said, but next time you do it, I'm going to pull it. And you can either tell people that I'm a piece of shit or what you did, right? And anyway, I ended up, instead of, fighting Trey, I get in a fight with Trey. I'm just worried more about how I'm going to pay people. Because I'm pretty sure Cody Shelton fought, I'm pretty 100% sure that Cody Shelton fought Mike Phillips that night. Mike Phillips got a chunk of money to show up. Just to show up, he got a lot of money. Right? Because he didn't want to fight. He was retired. Cody wanted that fight because Mike's a big name. If Cody beats Mike, Mike's Mike. Or Cody beats Mike. No. So Mike got the chunk to show up. But you know what he also got to win?
A chunk.
So I'm sitting here short on my money. How do I pay this guy? How do I pay this guy? How do I pay this guy? Man, there's so much stuff that I could say, so many stories I could tell, so many names that I could put out. There's so many people that was good to me in fighting. There's so many friends I made. K.O. Butler, all them cats in Ohio, all them cats in Atlanta, man. A lot of people that was good to me. Did I do some bad myself too? Hell yes. 100,000,000%.
Dale's he's awesome.
He's a
awesome
good
fucking
person, man.
dude.
Cam Graham.
Yeah,
What about Cam? Good people.
Good motherfucker.
But there's not so many that shit on me. But it's just the ones that did shit on me did it in a weird way. Which I was like, man, you kind of fucking me up, you know? And I think I could have beat Trey Manley had I only been worried about beating Trey Manley. Trey's so jacked. He's like you, but my weight at 55. He's fucking yoked, son. If I had just worried about beating his ass, probably wouldn't have got knocked out at my house. You know what I mean? So I retired. Bam, hey guys, I'm sorry. Bam, bam. It's emotional to me because it means something to me.
So let's just say roles was reversed at that match. If Sam would have won, would Sam kept fighting, or was this just already, or did we already know this is the last hurrah? We're
so
tying
leading
it
up to it, I kept catching things happening. I got shorted some money. I started seeing this. I started seeing we weren't making money. We were losing large amounts of money, like fucking lot of money just out the door because we wasn't getting the money we was owed, and then it cost so much in the state. So I kept feeling it, and finally I was like, well, man, I just felt that was the only chance that I had. Now, I got to fight in Rainsville before, and I won a fight in Rainsville. I lost a fight in Rainsville, and I lost another. But I just knew, like, the only time that I was going to get a real, real cool fight at my house was that time. And I was like, it happened, and, like, I was a fucking mess. I wanted to win. I knew I could beat him. It was just when you're fighting a person who's also ready to kill you and fucking murder you, you have to be.
You have to be right.
You gotta be on your shit, man.
Exactly.
You gotta be on that fucking grind. Because now Manley, he had a rough cut. That's the worst Manley I could have got. He had a bad cut. He's no taller than your brother. He's more jacked than your brother, but he's no taller. There's plenty of things that I did not do good. I got out there, I heard him. Wham, we out of here, dog. Got this cat, go. No, all right, we going. I wasn't ready to. So when I fought, what's his name? When I fought Frankie Padilla. Frankie Padilla's never fought nobody in his life, right? I was on 0-4 streak, right? I've lost my last 4. I realized that I was supposed to fight Charles Philpott. Charles Philpott's a wrestler. Charles Philpott probably would have subbed me in about 20, 30 seconds. He's a good fighter. I love Charles Philpott. He's a good fighter. He's tougher than anybody in the world, and he can wrestle his ass off. So I was supposed to fight Charles Philpott. I asked for it, actually, and he knows this. I asked Charles Philpott for the fight. He said yes, blah, 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 blah. Turns out Charles Philpott couldn't take that fight. So Frankie Padilla stepped up, asked for me, asked for my fight, right? And this was right as I was getting ready to make my own show, okay? So I'm getting ready to do the AFC, first show ever. I went to Tennessee by myself. Trevor and Chad Finnerty went with me. I had a little bit of work with Jeff, but Trevor was making me tough, and Chad was showing me some wrestling. So we ends up Frankie Padilla takes the fight, and I'm in my head. I'm like, I know he's 46 years old, but he's big. He's been lifting weights all his life. And I said, well, he's going to hit really, really hard the first minute. He's going to hit real hard. That's how I got the scar on my nose. He hit me really hard. I knew leading to that he was hitting me really hard. And I was saying to myself, I said, but look, if you can't just be tough. Because when I was asking people to fight, I was asking them to, like, lay their shit down on the line. I wanted that real fights, man. Like, 'cause that's what I was asking them to do. And so I said to myself leading up to it, I said, if you're not going to be tough enough to do that, they're not going to do what you're asking them to do. They're just not. And I knew that. So leading up to it, I said, you got to be tough. You got to be tough. So a lot of people, you'll see people pray for victory. That's not real, right? God doesn't care if you go get in a fight at Lamont's right now, if you win that fight at Lamont's. But if you line up a basketball game, God doesn't care if you win that basketball game, right? Right? If you're like, God don't care.
God don't give a fuck.
So what I was praying for instead was, I said, please just let me be tough. I said, if I'm going to lose, please, God. And I prayed this. I can't make it up a bit. I said, please, God. I said, if I'm going to lose, just let me be tough. Because I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to make a show. I said, let me be tough enough to show these people that I'll do what I'm asking them to do. I said, just let me be tough. I said, if I'm going to lose, that's all right. Let me be tough, please, God. And God will do that. God will let you get a little extra go, man. We've all done a lot of bad in our life, right? God's okay. You got to square up with him. He's gonna eat you up a little bit.
Hell yeah.
But
Well,
but if
he'll
you
fucking
but
make you
if
pay.
you'll pray a little bit and handle your business,
Damn right.
he'll let you go, man.
Hell
He'll let
yeah.
you do some stuff.
Hell yeah.
So I said, please God, just let me be tough today. So at some, you're not supposed to look up their training videos because you'll get fucked up by them training videos. I did. I got on Facebook. I hopped on his Facebook. He had this tire, man, a big old, like almost tractor tire. And he filled up with water, and he was throwing it over my house. I was scared to death. He was throwing it high, son, and I was like, shit. Boy.
It's kind of like when you get sick and you start Google searching.
Hell yeah,
symptoms.
don't do it.
I'm fucking dying. I
Yeah.
mean, that's exactly how
He
it
was
is.
chunking
You're
them higher than my houses go. And I was tore up about it. And I was like, man, what's going to happen? I said, Vicky, now that's the only time Vicky's been scared to death. I fought a whole bunch of, Vicky gets more scared when I spar with Trevor, Travis, really good people, because I'm fighting them, we're kind of going. But that was the one time that she thought that I was kind of fucked. She was a little tore up about it. So I'm watching him do all this, bam, bam. We get to the fights, we get to fight day, weigh-in day, all this stuff, and he's got a camera crew he's hired to kind of watch him and stuff. You know what I mean? That was wild. And he comes up to me and he goes, hey, man, I just want you to know, this ain't no hard feelings towards you. I just want him to, like, really get everything on camera. And I was like, okay. All right, like, fuck you.
At your show.
So, yeah, it was his. I had nothing.
Yeah.
But again, that was my fight before I put a good ass show on. And I had Greg and Trevor matched off that fight, off that card. Greg fought on that card. And so I'm praying in the back, like, please God, I know 100% fact God's not gonna let you win anything. He ain't doing it. Why would God take time from kids with cancer, kids getting raped, kids getting murdered, family, all this stuff to say, I'm gonna let Sam in this fight in this shithole bar in the middle of nowhere? He don't work like that. I said, just please God, let me be tough. And every fight after that was just please let me be tough. And man, every time he didn't let me, and every time I didn't deserve it. There's plenty of stuff I did bad. And that time, he just happened to let me. Frankie smashes me in the nose with right hand, breaks my nose. I hit my knee, I come up, we're fighting. It's really different. I was trying to do something. If I had fought Manly the same way, I smoked Manly out. But it's hard. It's weird. It's the weirdest. You fought one time, right? Did you hate that guy?
No.
Did you think, oh man, he's gonna kill my wife and kids?
No.
No, it was just we're gonna do a little thing. Yeah, you wanted to smoke him out, but like you weren't like worried about your wife and kids dying. It wasn't a life or death.
No.
People say all the time, yes, you gotta be ready to kill or be killed. I got a wife and 4 kids. What do you mean kill or be killed? You gotta. When I wanted to start my show, when I started the AFC, I thought there was some real money to be made. So I wanted to 100% bust my ass to make that happen. I did it for years, the 4, 5, 6 years that I did it. And finally I told Vicky, Vicky, how many times I beg you to let me stop? Stop doing the show. How many times did I say, I don't want to do this anymore? But I feel like I have to. Because there's people that need that platform. Christian Eccles and me ain't best buddies.
Feel like you on a mission from God.
Yeah. Christian Eccles and me ain't best buddies. Christian Eccles is on my TikTok.
Is that what you feel like, though?
At the time I did. The time I did.
But like, we're all on a mission.
And 100% at the time I did. But at some point, God said, get the hell out. You're done. You did a thing. Before the AFC, did you even think about fights in Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
You?
No, I didn't.
No, it wasn't even a thought.
Tough man.
Yeah. Before the AFC, were y'all thinking about
man.
anybody like maybe making it to TV?
No.
In Alabama?
No.
Nothing.
No.
We came up, we showed people, hey, there's a platform. If you'll use it and do this, this, and this, if you'll do it, you can go. And that was it. And I complained against the commission. We got new people in. I did my thing. I did what I once I started.
How many people signed that petition?
A lot,
whatever?
man. It was like 7,000 people.
That was fucking just the support.
Yeah, and once we finally got those folks out, we got the new group in. It seems like they're able to work and stuff, and it's cool. It's still expensive, but at least we're able to work. And then I'll be like, fuck you, boy, and act all weird because they were awful.
Well, what's weird is the when we would sit there and we were getting ready to like
one more time.
actually
One more time.
Don't be sad
get
about
out
it. Just
there
ask.
Yeah, one more time.
and go
One more
out.
time.
Some of the commissioners and stuff were just like looking at you like you're
I won't
a
pass
fucking
out.
It's
peasant.
scum of the earth. That's okay.
And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like,
Why are you acting like this? They're giving you money.
Yeah, it's like, here's free money. You get to enjoy the free show and chill out.
They were
Have a good day. But no, that last crew that we had was
They
just
were
really
nice. They were nice.
super nice. Hey, how are you, buddy? And like
So-
introduce yourself and like just friendly people.
So at first, when I was doing shows, I didn't really bitch too much. But then you notice towards the end, I started bitching a lot.
Well,
That-
because you had a mindset, a point that you had to prove, and a point that had to be
Yep.
spoken.
At that point, I realized, hey, I'm losing everything I've worked hard for. I got to say something about it because I'm on my way out the door. There was no more money. We got that group out. We got that group out with a petition and bitching.
So how much money did you lose
God.
from all the shows?
So
Okay, so people bitching about fucking money.
$100
Yeah,
million?
yeah. I want you to go ahead and for one show, what would you spend?
my phone is dead.
My
phone's dead, but I can get an idea.
people that's bitching
Around
about fucking money.
around
What'd you lose it on?
Let's go.
just one getting stole money from me.
Well,
But the
yeah,
biggest
that
one was
the
just
biggest one
paying them. The biggest one was just paying them. So like, if you look, if you really add it up, it's like, I'm gonna say low because again my phone's dead. I don't want to be a liar. I'm gonna say low. It's like 15 grand a show, and that's low.
Well,
That's
you've
me
also
going
got to
low.
think of all the.
So
all
it's
the little
15 grand a
things.
show. Now people can say we sell $36,000 worth of tickets, which is
Okay.
possible. It has been
Okay.
done,
Yeah.
but it's not. You take off 20%.
For the commission, right?
No, you take off
For the
20% of you. Let's say 10% instead, because amateurs, every ticket they sell, you can't pay amateurs in the state. In any state in the world, you can't pay an amateur.
But they can make money off tickets.
Ticket sales, they get 20% of ticket sales. That's across the board. That's normal. So there's 20% going. Once you start adding pros, let's say 5 and 5, that's 1,000. You know what I mean? It starts adding up, and 5 and 5 is kind of low. 3 and 3 is still 6 and 6, or 3 and 3 is still $600. You know what I mean? It adds up. Wow, fuck! I wish my phone was charged.
We can talk about it later.
I'd like to.
Another time.
It's around 20 grand a show by the time
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
done.
We can talk about it
The
later.
athletic commission gets 5% of every ticket sold. On doctors, you're paying $1,000 for the doctor crew. Venue $2,500, right? So what are we at already? We're at,
Well, I mean, then
we're
you
at
gotta
3,500.
think-
Yeah,
you
at
gotta
least.
think everybody saw they see
Hotel, 2,500 on
flights,
hotel.
your flights.
Flights if you gotta
'cause you
have.
got Ohio and all the other
Yeah.
people that came out.
Now Ohio is like they left. They drove. Now some people come from Denver and stuff. A flight. Now we had sponsors.
Would you pay for gas?
Yes, we gave some people that came. It was like we would go half on their gas receipt.
What about medical expenses?
So you gotta have doctor 1,000. You gotta have insurance around 2,500.
And it actually has to be a real doctor because we know
Yes,
some
yes.
other shows that might have been real recently that
They
was
got
trying
lucky.
to get
Didn't have no real doctor.
they had a nurse there or a nurse practitioner.
They
But
have a doctor.
that's we'll probably get on that story later.
But now if they're letting them do nurse practitioners, I don't hate it a bit.
'Cause it's,
I don't hate it
a
at
nurse
all.
practitioner is
If they're letting them work and do physicals, I love it because that at the end of the day, that was all I was there for.
Mhm.
So at one point I thought God put it on me to do some shows, so I did them, man. And people can say it wasn't God all they want to. I 100% believe in God, and I 100,000,000% believe God wanted me to do fights when I was doing them. Now, once I started doing them, that was to show people, hey, we can do them here. Right now, I didn't like having competition and stuff because I thought I was that shit. But that's pride. That ain't God. Pride's real. Pride will eat you up,
Oh yeah.
well, I mean,
and that's what I thought. So
The
then
shows besides the AFC,
our shows were better.
like when we went to the one up in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
No disrespect to him.
No.
I thought it was a great show, but it was kind of, and I hate to put it like this, but I'm gonna put it out here because I don't give a shit. It was a baby AFC.
Yep.
But it was kind of hopeful looking into it as well too, because you're like, oh look, and
They can
then
do
you
this
can
too.
see
Like you
where
started
it could
something.
be, where it could
Yes.
be where the AFC is, and that was kind of inspirational.
Billy Swanson never
Yeah.
thought to do it. Now he'll say the same thing, I believe. Billy Swanson never thought to do a show before he met me. Now me and Billy fought. Billy smoked me out. Billy also fought on my show and won a belt, and he got to talk to me about shows, and I was like, yeah, man.
And the way Billy done a good job setting it up. I felt like that show was pretty good.
Pretty
like
good.
it was a pretty good show, and of course it was a little bit smaller venue. The worst part was, and I know that's not part of him, but being as a spectator watching this shit, the the food. Like literally, the food is super expensive.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
And ours was like $2.
Yeah, we're there. You get like it's a $5 pizza. They're charging $5 for, a half of a slice, and I'm like, that's some horse shit.
Glad you did. And then once I realized that, so at one point I knew God wanted me to do shows, which was important because I did it. I did do like, hey, there's so much love for me at the time, at least for fights. I love fights since I was, little. It's just what I like. And then I knew He wanted me to do it, and that was to show people He could do it. And I get it now, looking back, to show people it can be done here and around here. It ain't just those people. So I did that. And then at some point, though, it was like, man, this is getting harder and harder and harder. Now, if God wants you to do something, yeah, it's going to be hard. But there's also some things I look at where God's going to be like, God's making it so hard that, like, nah, you better leave it alone.
Sure, He was or you was.
I didn't do anything to make it hard. Nothing to make it hard. I was doing it all to make it easy. It just wasn't easy.
What would you do different to not lose money?
So one thing I've realized is we do have a nice camera now. The one thing that I would do is instead of getting a nice camera, which is a camera we bought to do shows, I would, instead of that camera, I would buy 6 of those for half the money. And that would be my pay-per-view. Hey, stop pointing at my TV, please. I would use smaller venues, I think, but also there's nothing around here you're getting for cheap. I would use smaller venues, but man, Coliseum's nice. Coliseum's
Well, I mean,
beautiful.
the thing was with the Coliseum,
I would have
ambience.
a couple of people. There's some agreements that I made on Handshake that, looking back, I would 100 million% have signed on
have a
contract.
picture,
Just because you can't take people what they're worth when money's involved. I would go to another state sooner. I would go to another state sooner, whether it be Georgia or Tennessee, just because it is so expensive here. If I took the same money, 100,000 plus that I spent in Alabama, and took it to Tennessee, shit far,
Going
son.
hard.
Hell yeah.
I
Anyway,
mean, and the thing was,
because see, they what they can do is they can get volunteers for refs. They can get volunteers for judges. They can get volunteers for doctors. They don't have to be on a list. If I if I was to go right now to any doctor's office that I know and say, hey man, will you work this event for us and check their vitals? A hot nurse that I know, Aunt Amy. If I was to go to Aunt Amy and say, hey, will you check their vitals and stuff beforehand? And she say, yeah.
well,
So that's $1,000 to just say.
And what
Why didn't
that
you?
is, I've got a buddy of
I
mine.
What about Josh?
I don't live there. I live here.
What about Josh? He's a.
I know nobody. I can't do it here. That I have to be Tennessee.
Well, see,
He would
the
still
funny
do it?
thing is-
No.
And then you would have to
what I'm
pay
saying-
just for his gas to get out there.
What I'm saying is the reason I didn't do it is because I live here. I wanted the shows to grow here. So now, if you look around at shows in Alabama right now, are y'all really thinking about anybody? Well, how's y'all's Facebook page blowing up? Y'all seeing any fights in Alabama right now that's just blowing your
What about
mind?
AFL?
What about them?
Are they doing anything?
They canceled their last show because it's
Yeah.
too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one doing anything.
No offense to them. No
The
offense
only
to
one
them.
doing anything. I've been waiting to get to this fucking moment right here, but the only one doing anything is Mr. Jason Sanders. We're gonna put him out there, and I don't give a flying fuck. His ring girls, they came from the Pony. We all know what the Pony is.
What is the pony?
Very nice gentleman's club. I might have been there time too.
Now, Tyler met a 40-year-old there one time.
Yeah, no, because of you, motherfucker.
I mean, either way.
No,
Don't say it.
no, because Sam didn't go in.
I went in for a second. It's a funny story. It's a funny
But I mean,
Go ahead,
the
go ahead.
thing is like literally the lighting was terrible.
She's going to leave.
The lighting was terrible at 207, like or wherever that.
Warehouse 207.
Yeah, wherever he had his out in Huntsville.
That was it.
Jason's-
It's Warehouse 207.
Oh well, wherever the fuck it was, at least. But I mean, and like Cody and Bear and all, our buddies. I'm proud for them.
I like them.
They kept wanting me to come, and I'm like, it's gonna be a shit show. And I told them that. I told them that straight up. I'm like, look, I don't want to go. I was like, for one, I'm AFC still gonna be
Thank you.
to the day I die. Of course we'll go out to like, Billy's.
We'll go to shows.
Yeah, and that's cool. But I don't see myself helping with these other shows But like Cody and Bear and all, and
They're
our
very
homies-
nice people.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
thing
good
is, they were
people.
all
They're so
inviting me.
nice.
Great
all of
people.
them invite me,
Good
like,
people.
brother, you coming out? We'd love to see you out there. And I said, I can't.
Sam's kind of my buddy.
Yeah, Sam's like my brother.
kinda
You
my
know what I'm
brother,
saying?
man.
You just can't go. It'd be like cheating on your wife. You know, that's exactly what it is. And you just can't do it. And they're like, well, I understand. I respect that. And I said, well, I wish y'all the best. Good luck. Be safe. You know, and that was the thing that I told them was I still rooted them on because that's my friends.
you damn right.
But
There's
I'm not
nothing wrong with
gonna. But I can't go to it. I just can't go to
It'd
it.
make us weird.
Yeah.
And not because I'm a whiny bitch, but I'm kind of a whiny bitch.
Why
do you want
Hell yeah,
How fucking
hell
dare you?
yeah.
But I mean,
Hell
it's
yeah.
obvious. It's
Hell
obvious
yeah.
how
Hell
much,
yeah,
it's obvious the just how all of us here really don't like Jason. I mean, there's really
Why don't you like Jason? I don't like
know.
Jason.
I don't hate him. It's more of he's very uppity, snobbish. But you can sit there and talk to him one on one, and we're totally cool. But if he's like 3 or 4, Jason's up here, and we're all down here on the dirt. We're the dirt of the earth.
There's a lot of people
And
like
that's
that.
the thing.
There's a lot of people.
And I hate people like that because I'm the same person if we're 12 deep or just 1 deep.
I do feel like we're pretty across the board. Pretty regular.
Yeah.
We
Here's
can
some
do this
good
for
ass
2
stuff.
hours.
No, I feel like I'm like less than. I'm
Can't-
the oddball here. What are you talking about?
I feel like you're a bit of an asshole. man.
No.
Hey, we'll play chess later.
He done beat. He beat me. He beat me, and I'm fucking good.
Hey, wait. Did
You
Harrison
bitch,
beat
shut
you?
He's not
up,
bad.
bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Leo's getting good at fucking chess. But
Does he
no,
play me?
I like Leo's
He did
smack
play you,
talk,
y'all
though.
play-
Leo's a
That's why he's
good
getting
shit
good.
talker.
I
Leo's a
love the
good
shit
shit
talking.
talker. And I'm
Such a
trying
thing.
to kind of guide him and
Into the shit talking? Oh, sorry.
well, no, just
Get
where
outta
he
here.
can say shit and where he can't. You know what I
Leo's
mean?
cool,
Yeah.
man.
Read a room. You
I
gotta
like-
be able to read
Now-
a
now
room.
that's
You
important, I
got
think.
you goddamn right it
Dude,
is.
so I'll
You
tell
gotta be able to read a room.
So I'll tell you a funny
Thanks, please.
story.
Thank you.
So when I did go to fight that cat in Kentucky, right? When I did go to fight that guy, I was in the back. Trevor's brother came. His little brother came. Leading up to that fight, I told Trevor, I was like, look, man, I'm not really trying to follow you. You got kind of a good following right now. I'm going to fight, before you. And he was like, well, no, man. I was like, well, yeah, I'm fighting before you. You help me out, And he was like, okay. Well, anyway, so I go in the back locker room, right? We're getting ready to get our hands wrapped, things like that. Mark Laws actually made one guy that don't get enough credit and everything that he's done for me and Trevor is Mark Laws made a whole lot of trips to wrap our hands, man. He made trips to Kentucky. He made trips to Alabama. He made Mark
Who was
Laws.
the
He's getting a good hand
Mark
wrappers.
Laws.
hard
Who
to
was the
come by,
last
isn't
guy
it?
that done them?
It was Pops
Pops.
and Billy Davenport.
Yeah.
Two very good guys. man.
Billy was being back there in the
Super
room
pro,
and
super
stuff.
nice.
$10, right?
It's yeah, I believe so. And they could have charged more. But again, Mark Law's a guy that, now actually I'll tell you a funny story after this. But Mark Laws again traveled a whole lot of times for us, wrapped hands, worked our cuts. He was a very, very nice guy. Leading up to that fight against Holbrook's buddy, I could have beat Corey Holbrook, but Corey Holbrook was so jacked that I shit on myself, and I wasn't mad anymore. So I did shit on myself.
So that intimidated you a
Hell
little bit?
yeah, man. He
Being
was
jacked.
yoked, son.
Yeah.
Holbrook was yoked.
So you got in your head a little bit?
185 pounds, shred every
Shredded.
fucking inch. And I was just like,
So you fought him at middleweight?
yeah. Like, we got to think, I fought heavyweight,
Yeah, you fought
205,
all
85,
kinds of.
70,
Yeah.
55. The only one I didn't get that I wanted was 45. And
How many people you think has done that?
not a lot. Not a
Not a
lot.
lot of people
Uh,
has done that.
So I ended up, we get to there, and I'm in the back locker room getting ready to get my hands wrapped. And Trevor's brother goes, hey, man. And I go, what's up, brother? He goes, who are you fighting? And I was like, that guy. And I pointed to this guy over there, and he goes, no, man, really, who are you fighting? And I said, that guy. He goes, oh, man, he's pretty fucking big.
And you're sitting there thinking, like,
Suck
no
you out.
shit.
yeah, yeah. And I said, no.
Sucked you out.
No, and I said, no, I know, bro. Leave it alone.
Like,
Yeah, I said, I
I
know.
know.
Yeah,
I see. I see.
I see him
God
still to
damn
this
it.
day. Sometimes I'm like, no, dude. Now he didn't freak me out on Holbrook. It was Holbrook's
That
boy.
sucked you out.
No, I knocked that cat out in like 20, 30 seconds. Holbrook was just, man, Holbrook was yoked, son. And it did sock me out. He came out to a song called Die, Motherfucker, Die, Motherfucker, Die. And looking back, it's like, dude, that music was really bad.
We've heard that.
Yeah, it was just bad.
On a burnt CD.
It was just a
I
bad
used to
song.
play that at bar mitzvahs.
What was the story I was telling you I was going to tell you?
What? Fucking Holbrook.
I can't remember. There was another part there, though. Anyway.
Sam gets going on these stories.
Yeah. No,
It's like it's a straight and narrow path.
You want to talk about the
Just-
strip club?
He's got too many.
What about the strip club?
Man, so the strip club was my idea. So I go with Tyler to Huntsville to do comedy. And what was we doing?
Yeah, no, that's what we was doing, and then as
On
a
the way
night
home.
out, just us.
Yeah,
How'd
bro.
Let's go to the Pony, and I was like, dude, let's go home. He's like, no,
Well, don't
let's
say
go
it
to
so
fucking
fucking
Pony.
loud.
Well,
And she knows now she's leaving me. I done pre-cooked everybody.
No,
it's good. They're
because you
cooked
called
down
Vicky.
anyway.
No, bullshit. You
Everybody
called Vicky.
knows. Everybody
No,
knows.
bullshit.
I
Bullshit.
pre-cooked
He
everything. If they
fucking
want to take my
called.
wife,
He called
and they
Vicky
think
because
they
he
can,
had a
I'm
guilty
still
conscience.
going to their house.
No, he had a guilty
I'm
conscience.
still going to go see the kids. Go ahead. Tell
He
me.
had a guilty conscience.
So I called her and I said, hey, do you care if I go with Tyler to the strip club?
and
And
she said, yeah.
no, she said, fuck yeah, I care. She was not having it. And I was like, look, let me take 30 out of the ATM because I won't lie to her. And she goes, if you take 30 out of that ATM for the strip club, I'll leave your ass. And I was like,
Nuh-uh.
no, but it's a
Bullshit.
true story because you told me I couldn't go. And so I'm asking her if
He's
I can.
hamming it up. Don't worry about it.
No, this is real. I went to Tyler went in and had cash.
No, because you had to pay. You had
Cash
to pay
or
a
a card?
cover.
The ATM.
Listen to it. No, listen.
So you had to go in and you had to fucking pay a cover charge to get in. And once you
It's normally
get a
$10.
cover charge, you have to have 2 beer minimum.
Have to.
It's a have to 2 beer minimum.
And I
He
knew.
pays the cover charge, and then I don't see him again.
No. No.
Go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
had to
fill
pay
in
a
the
cover charge
blanks.
with a card or cash. I had neither on me, and I didn't want Vicky to know.
Oh
that
yeah, and
I
I'm
paid.
in there waiting on you
Tyler
to come
went
back.
before me. He's already gone. I didn't want Vicky to know that I didn't want her to look on the thing and it say, "Oh, Pink Pony," right? So I called her. Hey, do you care if I hit the titty club
Normally
with
says
Tyler?
Pony Bama on your
I
card
said, do you
suit.
care
That's
if
all
I hit
another
the
story.
titty
I
club
don't
with
know about
Tyler?
that, but
And she goes,
It's Tyler's idea.
and
It's fucking
and she goes-
Tyler's
she
idea.
goes,
All
well,
Tyler.
she goes, well, yeah. And I said, well, look, man, Tyler's just trying to have a bro night. Don't be this way.
yeah,
She
yeah,
goes,
it's all
No,
Tyler's
I'd
idea.
rather you just not. She said, but if you're just going to be mad if you don't, then do it. And I was like, shit. So I go run inside.
No, I gotta do it.
I asked the bartender guy, I said, hey, man, can I go holler at my buddy right quick because we got to roll. And he goes, yeah, go hit him up. And so Tyler's sitting there talking to this very clearly. She's fine. She's pretty. She's stacked.
No, she come over there and talk to me.
She's
Want
stacked.
money.
No, wait.
right,
We're
go.
gonna let
Was it
Tyler
Lacey
go.
Love?
Wait, we're gonna let him go. She's stacked in every way, top to bottom, right? So Tyler's sitting there talking to us. She came to him. He didn't go to her. I go,
I'll show
Tyler,
you pictures. Pictures on there.
listen though. I go, Tyler, look, I gotta go, man. Vicky ain't really cool with being here. I gotta hit the road. I said, let's hit the road. He said, Sam, I done paid my money. I said, no, I know, man. I said, so I'm gonna go sleep in the car. You do your thing, dog. Do your thing, man. I'm gonna sleep in the car. You're good, brother. And the bartenders and them, the fucking bosses go, you gotta get out of here, man. $15. Titties, fucking $15. So I leave. I run out. I get in the car. I lay and I go sleep. Tyler, now you go.
So yeah, I just got my beer, and Sam just said all this and just left me while this fucking
She was pretty?
stripper. Yeah, she was pretty. She came over there.
Dancer, we don't say stripper.
Want lap dance, want money for lap dance, whatever. And I'm just sitting over there in the corner, just like, God damn, the fuck.
He left me.
Yeah, he left me, and I'm just, it don't they-
even out.
I don't like it anymore. And so I'm there, and she comes up to me and she's talking to me, and she's like, hey, you want to lap dance? I was like, no, I'm just here for my buddy. She's like, where's your buddy at? I was like, he's passed out in his car because his wife's mad at him.
You told the stripper that? that?
Yeah, I did.
Don't tell her.
No. She don't give a fuck because she's a stripper.
She wants her $40.
She
She's
wants
a dancer.
Wants her
Yeah,
$40.
so she's
Dancer.
trying to sell me hard. She's trying to sell me hard.
Sell you hard.
And,
Wow,
and
that's
then
a wrong
It's about to
word.
get gold. Let him go. Let him go.
and
It's about to
then,
go.
and
He's
then I asked her, I was like, and we start having a good conversation, I guess. And I asked her, I was like, what's the most money you've ever made in one night? She said $20,000 in Atlanta. I was like, Jesus, that's fucking
That's
awesome.
wifey shit right there.
And I was like, how old are you? And she's like, I want you to guess my age. And I said,
He's
42
cooking. Let him
years
cook.
old.
Let him cook.
And I
You don't
said,
say 42.
You
I said-
undercut it all.
no, I said 42 years old because that's what she
27
looked like.
maybe.
No, she
She
looked
was
like.
really 40.
She was in her 40s with 3 kids and a fucking divorced husband at the house. And then she said she fucking got pissed at me when I
She
said
got
42.
mad.
She got mad. She said, I am 26 years old. I said bullshit. and she's like, I was like, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean none of that. She said, yeah, you did. I was like, maybe. I was like, I was like, I think I'm gonna go, and that's what happened.
He comes out the car I'm like this in the car. He's pissed because he fucking spent $15 to get in, and he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "Hey," and I go, "Hey," I go, "How'd it go, brother?" He goes, "Why'd you even make us go in there?"
yeah.
And I go, "Look, man, Vicky told me not to. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. I was pissed off at
I
Sam.
didn't want to do it
The whole
anyway."
time, I was pissed off at Sam. I went out there and like just a fucking bitch fest. I was
Yeah,
like,
he was mad.
I was like, what the fuck, man?
You're gonna be
He's like,
$50.
he's like, did you have a good time? I was like, no, Sam. No, I didn't. I was just sitting there.
I said,
talking about a
look, brother, I
40-year-old."
didn't want to like tell her I wouldn't go and then go.
Probably
Yeah.
twice her age. If
Yeah. Yeah. See, yeah. So,
You're not having fun?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you are. Pierce don't like podcasts.
No, I don't. I don't like cameras.
Pierce don't talk like me.
dude, get the chess set out. Man, you play chess.
Thing
While they're
is-
talking.
That's the
thing
problem.
is
That's the
that-
problem. He's pretty all right. He beat me. I smoked your
Dude,
ass.
come on.
Thing is, I think
Man, you play chess.
I
Set
think
it up.
a whole
Hey,
lot-
now,
You do it.
pieces
You set
might-
up right here.
Pieces might be missing because kids.
Bullshit.
Well, I don't know. I got 10 kids.
or 9. I mean,
Fucking 40. Vicky wants me to get unsnipped. Have 10 more.
Do it.
Vicky, we're going to have more babies. Pierce said I can.
She said no.
But no, I did. I was like, you're
I think the
42
girl
years
you're talking
old.
about is Lacey Love. Like,
I'm going to
No,
go.
I
I'm
don't-
going to go pee.
Like, let me look her up. She's on my Facebook. Single man is what I want.
Well, I don't know. She's brown headed and she thought she was a shit.
Look, let's go for the.
I don't like fucking girls who think they're the shit. I do not like that.
Apparently, she thought she was the shit.
Yeah, see, yeah, fucking
Lacey Love.
Could that have been her?
no.
Okay.
No, this girl
She's just
was
torturing.
legitimately 42
That's all.
years old. This girl
She
was
was 20
this.
tips.
No, this girl.
No.
This well, not. Why am I even saying girl? She's a
This
fucking
woman.
grandmother.
Round and rock.
Me, mom.
Yeah, she's me, mom.
You what?
Yeah, I'll be what.
But I mean, the thing is, like, that place is so weird going in there. Like,
Where's it at?
141 Ware Street, Huntsville, Alabama. I don't want to shut the
I'm just.
fuck
I'm
up.
asking for a friend.
I want to shut the fuck up.
I'm
I'll
asking-
take you
I'm
there. I
asking for a
know.
Oh yeah, do you still get that girl?
Y'all want to go? I mean,
You better get permission. I
Don't
ain't
you
no
guys
permission.
got
I
friends
got
now?
permission. I'm a single man.
Oh, you are now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll make no permissions. I don't have to worry about that.
You got a slip I can sign?
I ain't get myself fucked up on that one. No,
Sam got to approve it.
Sam's not going. We're not getting him in there.
Oh shit.
Sam's gonna get in trouble. I mean, I remember one time spending like $5,000 fucking dollars at the strip club in Atlanta. But with Atlanta, you be seeing it all though. There's a difference. And I was really hammered drunk, and I just won a lot at the casino. So I was like, okay, let me blow some money. Oh,
Check.
get to talk about Beetlejuice more.
Beetlejuice. Check.
You missed, Mama.
Shit. I believe that is checkmate.
What are you doing?
No, it's not. Close, but no.
You're playing my dad's game.
Hey, there's tacos in here. Don't y'all talk no shit. Hey,
Good time for taco, bro.
hell yeah.
We have one.
Walkie talkies.
There's some.
Check.
I think there's 4.
Oh, that's where it was.
Let's get him.
Yeah. All right, let's play again.
So.
Oh
Where's Pierce?
Already won.
You see my motorcycle?
You want to see me win?
Huh? You want to see my motorcycle?
He ain't gonna win this time.
I already beat you once.
Yeah, well,
You want to see my motorcycle?
You got a motorcycle?
Hell yeah. I'm a biker now.
Live to ride, ride to live. I'm waiting on the leather. I'm waiting on it.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm the Lone Ranger.
Made fun of your dad.
I don't gotta be this way, you piece of shit.
Made fun of your dad.
You or Matthew. That shit good.
Who's winning?
Me.
We don't know.
Why'd you go this model?
I think you're going to.
I'm not persuaded, but I appreciate the love. You gonna miss me in the morning one of the homies?
I'm gonna miss you the most.
Haha, you hear that? You go tell mom.
I'm gonna miss Daddy the most.
And then look, I know there's creepy people that rape kids. If someone tries to molest my kids, right?
Murder.
Yeah,
Double
I have too many guns.
homicide.
I call Pierce and hey Pierce.
Not
What you doing, brother? He go, man, I'm trying to play chess with Tyler. I'll say, look, man.
What?
I pre-cooked everyone.
What is a pre-cook?
Oh, Pearson doesn't know the pre-cook.
What is a cook?
My kids hang on.
Your kids are a cook.
So a lot of people try to sneak into my wife's inbox, her DM.
DMs.
They be trying to hop in,
Her
right?
DMs.
So look, if they can hop into her DMs and snatch her from me, right? They're gonna have to be okay with listen. They're gonna have to be okay with me coming to their house to look, Pearson. Please, real quick before you go.
I'm listening.
I'm going to see the kids while they're at work. You get what I'm saying?
I think he's got this premeditated.
No.
Premeditated.
That's
It's planned.
I just can't help it. I'm already looking forward to it. I'm like, hey, I'm coming to your house. I'm coming to like help. I'm going to see the babies. No.
You want me to divorce you?
No, but if you
do all this?
But if you do, I'm kind of looking forward to the aftermath because she's gonna be like, well, I can't just see him because he's just him, and then like I'm gonna see you anyway.
I'm gonna see them babies.
I'm gonna see my babies no matter what, and it's gonna get weird, man.
At least make sure the new husband has good food, though. I mean,
He better have some good food, some SpaghettiOs and sketty meatballs.
Yeah, perfect the first time.
I love you. Show him your round nose. Look up. You got one
Yeah, that's probably the
nose.
fastest I've
Oh,
ever won.
dude,
Play the footage. Sorry, I'm kidding.
What's his name? Still lives with Josh and him?
Who?
Joe.
Good.
Let's go see Joe.
He needs somebody to
We need to go
with.
see Joe. Let's go see Joe. I miss Joe. Joe's good people, man.
What
He
are you
just
watching on TV?
Popcorn. I smell popcorn.
He literally can't take care of himself.
I know, so let's go see Joe's good people though. That don't make
We
it
need to
bad.
watch
people.
more like old school wrestling.
Yeah, let's do the
The dark side of the ring.
Okay, I like those stuff.
Okay, now the craziest episode. Now, Sam, have you watched one about Jake the Snake's child molesting father and
No.
mother and all
We're
that?
not talking about what about Chris Benoit. We can't really
That
say.
one's
He
really
killed his whole
crazy,
family.
too.
He did
Yeah.
kill his whole
Off a
family.
roid rage.
Yeah.
And then hung himself.
And then there
Some
was,
people think that ain't and what happened. Some people think
there was another wrestler that came back and started something about saying it was brain damage, blah blah, from taking the bumps. I do get that, but I
that ain't
don't
all they
believe
say.
it's that
Some
far.
people say that he was murdered by
Mafia.
devil worshippers.
There's a lot of what ifs, but the dark side of the ring, the best one is Jake the Snake.
I don't know. Plane Ride from Hell is cool. Owen
Yeah,
Hart's
that's
death
what-
is cool, man.
The plane ride from hell where old Ric Flair swings the winger,
Shut his wing.
twirls around like a helicopter, like by God. And they say the man was well endowed. Limbs
Ric
and-
Flair?
Yeah.
Dude,
Woo! Oh, sorry.
imagine being like well endowed and then you die, or being his age and now.
I mean, I remember.
Did Willie Nelson die?
I heard he did.
I heard he did
I heard
too.
he did. Willie Nelson's dead.
Willie Nelson.
No.
no, he didn't.
No, Willie Nelson's dead.
No, he ain't.
That's what I heard.
Don't talk. Don't do that. He's dead. Alexa. Alexa. Is Willie Nelson dead?
Shit. Fuck.
Can you tell me?
They're 9 years old.
He's 90 years old. He's not dead.
He was 78, I think.
I'm pretty sure Willie Nelson's dead.
I'm distracted. This is not fair.
Montreal
No.
School job.
Oh shit, that's how it is.
He beat me
And
also.
then
I'm distracted.
any of like
Stop
the
letting
screw
yourself
job
get
was a good one.
distracted.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a good one. I
Which
would
one?
dig
Which one?
The Montreal screw
What's
job
about screw job?
because I love Shawn Michaels. That was
100% legal.
the persona.
It is.
And the way he just came out there, just I mean, he's an icon.
Concealed anything which might influence your application. No matter
Here we
how
go.
hard you try.
Oh!
Final countdown.
Oh no!
Getting that ass.
Pearson, you gotta let me beat him. I can do this.
I beat him in like 4 moves a while ago.
What
Yeah,
happened?
that was luck,
It
though.
was not
You
long.
did
Yeah,
beat him already?
I beat him in 4
So this is a
Yeah.
new game.
Yeah.
Tyler, you got beaten 4 moves, brother.
No, but it's luck. I
I played the
guarantee
Queen's Gambit on you.
that.
The real thing.
You've seen this
Oh,
image. It's the 1997 Survivor Series.
1997, good year.
Montreal's Molson Centre aren't exactly sure what to expect. A rather tense bit of drama as we
Yeah,
go
damn beer with damn lid on it. I ain't even
when
looking
what
at it.
happens next transpires, they won't exactly know what to think. They'll experience feelings of shock, certainly, confusion,
In this
definitely.
episode, Bret Hart spits in Vince McMahon's face and
Check.
Bret's
Icon
the
Bret the Hitman Hart lying prone on the canvas, legs crisscrossed. Across the globe, Hart is a time-tested hero in the world of professional wrestling.
Check.
But in Canada, he's especially
Check, mate.
loyal. The finest
No,
wrestler to step out of the frozen
That's a bad
flames of Chicago. And at this moment, as these images flicker before a worldwide audience, he is the reigning World Wrestling Federation champion. But not for long. Hart thinks he knows how this story ends, but he really doesn't. The man twisting his legs is Shawn Michaels, the stated challenger, a perpetual thorn in the side of the Hitman. Though he and Hart genuinely do not like one another, with a staggering sum of ever-mounting grievances between them, they are, to this point, doing the jobs asked of them in mostly professional fashion. Two of the finest in-ring wrestlers that have ever lived, Hart and Michaels are carrying out the script of a heated battle, the main event of this particular Survivor Series. Michaels is about to flip Hart over onto his stomach in order to complete a hold known as the sharpshooter, Hart's finishing maneuver. To Hart, this is just one step in their crescendoing dance of death, but Michaels knows that if he does this right, it's the last step. See, Michaels knows something Hart doesn't. In fact, several individuals scattered both behind the curtains and at ringside, including tense-looking Boston Japan, already know how this story ends. Hart doesn't, but he'll be up to speed quickly enough. In a saga that had been historically crazy to
You
this
concede.
Yeah, you
point, craziness will commence
told you, I walked.
Tyler, if you got beat in 4 moves.
I did.
He did, but it was lost.
But in
It was
4 moves,
fucking
4
lost.
moves.
No.
So 4 moves is 4.
No.
That's
How
like
many moves do
that's like
No,
IQ two. That's like IQ.
No, we'll
200.
play again if you want to.
I did get you in 4 moves.
No, I don't give a fuck. We'll
No,
play
no, but
again
did
if
he?
you want to. Yeah, he did. But the thing about it is that he didn't call check.
Yes, I did. I caught
You did not call check when the queen was right there. You didn't call check at all. You got to call check. Yeah, all right, well, let's play again. You want to play again? All right, let's play again. I'll fucking play you again.
Have you watched the documentary of Bret Hart that talks about this story?
No.
Oh my god.
But he just conceded on that game.
But he did beat you in 4 moves.
Michaels were the top champions heading into the 1992 Survivor
But
Series.
he ain't about to beat me again.
Remember that time you were like, I'm sleeping here. Like, hell yeah, you are. You just
Certainly
drive.
talented and deserving, but Hart and Michaels being
Ma'am,
the top then signified a
I'm trying, I don't know how to work it.
promotional philosophy.
Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Man and company firmly under the microscope. And though Hart and Michaels weren't ever really squeaky clean on that front, at least neither of them was a walking billboard for growth hormones.
for HGH.
Dude, I love HGH.
Me too.
It's alive.
We
YouTube
know.
told
Hey,
us.
Frankenstein.
YouTube
Is it
told
alive?
us. Dad.
What, baby?
Oh, are we getting into more
Oh,
what you call it?
I'm not a
Some
baby.
more, what's his name? New Jack.
Yes.
Pearson, you ever heard of New Jack?
Yeah, he's like super crazy.
Kind of a piece of shit, yeah?
Piece of shit ain't crazy. Both right, yeah. One piece of shit.
Where is my father? Calling him.
Faja.
He's got good stories, man.
Luke, you gotta chill.
And you know, like.
Oh, wait, do y'all want to try some muscadine wine?
Yeah, go ahead.
You done tried it.
I'll try it again.
Leave me alone.
So they were trying to. New Jack's upset because WWE will not put him in the Hall of Fame. Imagine that. We have The Rock, Hulk Hogan, NWO.
Hey, where you at?
But we don't have.
Who is that?
Hey, come over here for a second.
Who is that?
Pearson needs to see you.
Bad.
That's your dad.
Dad, let's go. Come on, hurry up. Babies. Hey, babies, y'all come here and tell
Yes.
Papa Matthew you want to see him. There ain't no time to come here and tell him. Say, Papa Matthew, come on. You're on the
Podcast?
you're on the podcast. Tell Papa Matthew, please come.
Please come. Please come.
Say, please come see us, Papa. Say, please, Papa. She can come, idiot. Come on. You're literally on the podcast. You're on the podcast saying your grandkids, no, come see you. Yada, baby. I'm holding you the microphone. You
They
say, please,
coming.
Papa. Say, please.
Please, please.
Yeah, because you got that. You're on the podcast. You're on the internet. If you tell them no, you just told your kids no. All right. We'll see you in a minute. Thank you, Papa. I love you. Bye, you dumb bitch.
Dude, we need to start doing a chess. Like, Pearson is pretty good. At
He is pretty
chess.
good.
Yeah,
But we should. But I
We need to
spoke Pearson's ass. I
No, you
smoked
don't.
You fucked up.
No, you
one
don't.
Lucky dog.
Hey, talk all that shit.
See, I suck
When-
at chess.
have we played? Have we played
Dude, I
since I was
smoked
like
like
Nah,
since I was like 10? Have we played?
They started to set up like chess tournaments. So I
Hey,
could gamble on
big
these
dumbass
chess
boy.
tournaments.
No, seriously. Like,
We are so
I
good.
agree
I'll start
with
gambling
that.
on them.
I agree with that. I'm gonna get Leo in the
Matt,
chess
I'm
club.
here.
I'm getting Leo in the chess club at Fort Payne.
Hey, should
He's
he
fucking
sign Leo up
good.
for the chess
Hell
club or
yeah.
no?
I don't-
Should he sign Leo up for chess
You
club in
damn
school or
right.
no?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, Pearson's good at chess. Where'd you learn how to play chess?
Hey,
I taught myself.
Nah,
Yeah,
feed
yeah.
shit.
I did teach
Fuck.
myself.
No, I taught you
No,
to
you
play.
didn't.
I smoked you for
man,
10
get
years.
the
You had to
fuck
get
outta
good,
here,
boy.
motherfucker.
You don't believe that shit for a fucking minute.
I don't believe it.
Don't
I don't
believe
believe
that
it.
for
I
a
don't
minute.
believe it at all. I don't believe it.
I had to learn myself.
Yeah, there you go. That's the best way.
Don't believe that shit. Now that's who I probably learned from. I played this man for 5 years straight and probably never beat him. You, here we go here.
Would it?
When you castle, it goes.
Castle it. Okay.
How many times did we beat Papa David?
Never.
Now look.
No, I beat him one time.
Papa David was my stepdad's dad. My stepdad would touch me and beat my ass and stuff. He was a great weak
Oh, shit,
person
my
of a
bad.
person, right, Pearson? Yes, he was a weak person. But his dad was a good person. He taught us about witching rods, and he also taught Pearson chess.
Oh, he's still alive.
I could play. You know I cut it off.
What'd you say?
You heard Papa David played chess.
I want to get some fucking tacos, but it's got me in my mind.
How's his kids and stuff doing, Pearson? You know?
I have no idea.
Hey,
It should be noted that Zarek attended this show with the intention of avoiding much. He brought along his bus driver attire to fit in with his mass transit gimmick, and he had fraudulent documents that back up his claims that he was old enough to work a wrestling match. Paul Hinton agreed and penciled in his gimmick named mass transit.
The truth.
Then he just signed off a 17-year-old kid with no experience to get in the ring with one of those driving unapologetic wrestlers in the street. New Jack. New Jack, real name Jerome Young, was born in North Carolina.
I want to get me one of them boards. I want to get Leo for his birthday one of them fucking boards from Customs by Felicia.
I don't know. Is that who he talked to on the
Yeah.
podcast right now?
I want to get one of them boards for Leo for his birthday.
New Jack had a reputation of zero remorse, and instead of hardcore wrestling was taken to ultra-time attacks. As stated earlier, it's unknown why Axel Rotten made the Massachusetts for the tag team match with D1 against the Gangsters. New Jack said that for the hardcore documentary, that he believes Axel's background is somewhere, but really it's a relevant bringing his body. To the worst, Mass Transit was not ready to take his place, and he was hanging out backstage before the match was ready to begin.
Game of gentlemen.
ECW wrestlers were spoken
You might give me this game too.
Huh?
You might give me this game too. To be honest with you,
Here you are, man. You're a good chess player. Stop beating
that's
yourself
the
up.
quickest I ever beat somebody.
Well, no, that's good because I'm a good chess player.
Is luck.
Shut up.
Yeah, he's talking shit. No, you're good. Fucking don't worry about that motherfucker. Don't worry about that motherfucker. Just we're playing chess right now. You're a good chess player. Come on. We're doing good. All right? We're having a good game. This is a good game of chess.
Said I'm a good chess player.
No, he's a good. I am a goddamn.
No one says I'm a good chess player.
I am.
I'm a good chess player.
No, you're not.
You said I'm an aggressive chess player.
There you go.
Is that bad? Is that better?
I got
Yeah.
you next.
I'll smoke your ass.
Yeah,
son.
no, y'all play next. 'Cause
You don't want this boy. I'm telling you, I'll fuck him up at chess and he'll get sad. He'll run, my brother. Beat me in chess. My brother beat my ass at chess. Now Pearson did hit me with a baseball bat one time. You know it?
And I'll beat that ass.
No, I threw him out the window. I threw you out the door.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're live until
Will
it's
you
done.
give me a beer, please?
No, I won't. 'Cause right now, and when I go back, I will. Listen.
Jesus
So look,
fucking Christ, Sam.
when I go back, I'll get
Brandon,
you a
will you
beer.
hand me a beer, please?
Tell him to wait.
Thank you, buddy.
Listen.
One beer.
So me and Pearson was at the house. Mom let us at the house when she cut her hair, right? So we was at the house hanging out. And I was smoking Pearson's ass at Tekken. I was beating his shit in.
Yeah, when you're beating a 10-year-old 47 times in a row,
I will
somebody's
be-
gonna get mad.
Somebody's gonna get fucking pissed off.
Dude, I will beat you
Thank
now
you,
is the
Brandon.
problem.
Thank
You know, in your
buddy.
40s.
Thank you.
But listen, so I was smoking his ass at
Goddamn
Tekken.
right, somebody's
I was
gonna get
beating the
mad.
shit out of him. And I was talking that shit.
Pierce
'cause-
is a good chess
Look,
player.
no, but he is.
Go.
But look, I was talking that shit. Listen, because Tyler,
I
listen.
already moved.
Tyler,
I moved
listen.
tonight.
Tyler, because I can't
did
shut
you-
up. I can't shut up.
I know, buddy.
So I was beating him, and I was telling him about it. Like, hey, man, your mama don't even love you. Oh, what was that?
Ooh,
That's a foul.
party foul.
Well, I was smoking him out, right? So we start playing the game, and he's like, oh, see, he said,
He
Actually-
took your
actually,
fucking
I
hand
didn't
off.
even do it.
Bullshit.
No,
You took
now,
your-
Tyler, wait, you knocked the
Come on,
piece
give me-
down.
Mercy.
You knocked the piece down. And he says to me, he says, oh, yeah, motherfucker. And I said, oh, yeah, dog. And he goes, yeah. And I said, yeah. And look, he grabs his bat and he goes, yeah. And I said, yeah. And he cracks me in the leg with his bat. Wham. And I
did.
gimped.
Pretty hard.
So I snatch him, Tyler. Look by the scruff after you're done with your move. Tyler, look. I snatch him by his scruff and I said, yeah. And I'm limping. I'm like, gimped up. And I throw him out the screen door and I lock it and I shut it. And he's little at the time and he's beating the door and he wham. Yeah, man, let me in. I'm like, no.
Sam. Quick question.
How often have I beat you at video games?
The
A
knot
lot.
can move in an L as long as it's an L, can it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that counts 3 squares.
You two are obsessed with each other.
No, it has to go.
I missed.
It has to
There's
go
some
up,
people that play by that.
it has to go up 2 over 1 over 1 over 2.
2-1.
I've heard that it can go
2-1. It has to go 2-1.
Where are
as
you
long
at?
as it's an L.
It has to
heard
be.
that.
It has to be 2-1-1-2.
2-1.
As far as I
2-1.
know.
Nah, it has to be 2-1.
I got you.
So anyway, I throw him out the door. Right, I'm like, get out of this house. And he's beating on it, trying to get in. Right, Mama comes home from the hair salon. Look, Mama comes home from the hair salon, Tyler, and she goes, and I go, hey man, Mama's home. He goes, yeah. I said, yeah. He goes, open the fucking door. And I open the door, and he goes, and I go, are we cool? And he goes, fuck you. And he runs off from me. And I'm telling you, I hooked you up, brother.
Those like
It's different. I didn't know that today until a friend of mine showed me. I let him in. Mama goes, y'all good? We said, yeah, we've been good all day.
Sounds good.
Now you took your hand
I
off of
didn't
it. That's
complete
the
the move.
second
I didn't
bullshit.
complete the move.
No, that's
No,
bullshit.
I
You
didn't
took
complete-
your damn hand
All
off
right, all
of
right,
it.
you can have it.
Took your damn hand
I
off
didn't
of
complete
it.
my move. As long as you don't hit the clock, the move don't count.
Well, we ain't got a clock, but you took your hand off of it.
Thank you.
At first, Jack had transit with a crutch a few times. This, of course, was not the game. That's what Philly used next. Take Moss transit over there.
have you seen? There's one episode of him where the toaster's plugged up on a long extension cord, and there's some kind of pull or something up under the dude. He throws him in the little kiddie pool with the toaster, shocks the shit out of the dude on the toaster. I mean, he's a dude I would not want to. If they told me how to fight him or whatever,
He's
wrestle
going to
with
stab
him,
you to death.
I'd be like, how much is this making for one quit? But I love how he's upset that he's not in the Hall of Fame, though. It's like, Hall of Fame's like the immortal Hulk Hogan. No, it was fucking him.
Blood was literally squirting out of his forehead. Jack goes for the pin, but there's no referee. Unofficially over, the paramedics.
Brother, you won that. Don't worry about it.
As more medics come out, New Jack gets on the mic and insults mass transit. He made even say this about the match. I watched the whole match and it was brutal. Anybody with experience will know never that someone else could.
Now you took the damn hand off of it.
You know how deep it is too deep. Someone else bleeding you, you don't do it. It's not safe. New Jack is in Leonardo da Vinci of bleeding. There was no way to vet this kid's lives, and because he died, a lot of people nearly lost work and opportunities. He said, cut me for the record. I cut it because he asked me to.
That's good. That's good, yeah. For those that don't know, we're eating not white people tacos because them tacos ain't good. We've been trained up by El Chapo to make the tacos well. And that's where we're at. We want good tacos. Oh man, I'm getting to go to a Hispanic birthday party this weekend. Stephanie's birthday. Y'all want to go? It's cool. Stephanie's birthday party is Saturday. We're all welcome at 4.
I feel like I drink a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
You know what they're going to be choir practice. That's fair to say. But did you think it would be this bad? No, I didn't. Not in my wildest dreams. I don't think in anybody else's wildest dreams. They savagely attacked me. They crucified me in front of 1,000 people. Eric's dad was in the audience trying to stop.
I'm gonna get Leo one of them chessboards.
Yeah, that's expensive chessboard. Good one.
Yeah.
Did you ever share the link?
Yeah.
Wish you just never went there that night.
Must just miss it. I mean, I could play chess, but I'm absolutely horrible at it. But I think if I had one, I'd probably get more. And plus, it just look good on coffee table. Like a nice chessboard. It makes you look a little bit smarter than the normal people, whether you play it or not.
Instead, to Eric's surprise, New Jack, the most vicious wrestler in the EPW, climbed into the ring and beat him senseless. After hearing about our
He actually hurt a 19-year-old boy so bad that
He was
hospitalized.
17.
He was 17, he lied about his age.
Okay, yeah.
Where he jabbed him with the blade and he squirted blood out.
Good
God, that's a big boy. That chair's dirty. You're just like.
When told that he would have to bleed as part of the match, Kulas had asked New Jack
Dirty.
since he had never done it.
You're asking one of the most dangerous people to blade you because you never done it for my life. I'd find a way. There's somebody else in that arena that could have bladed me.
That guy.
Except
That
for-
one taco's good.
Request TV to air ECW Bernie Legal on March 30th, 1997. However, during an interview quoting Bernie Legal,
RVD.
RVD.
Oh, yeah.
As a result, Request TV canceled Bernie.
That's my dad. Girls, Papa Matthew is here. Whoa! Damn, that's hot.
I got one blog up. I put too much on.
That one's hot, son. Dad, come here and tell a story. Hola, ma'am.
What about New Jack? What you know about that guy?
Didn't you almost, but you almost had a match, right? You almost had a match, though? Almost? You told me you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Why are you lying to me? How are you? Oh! How are you doing? I met you at Thanksgiving. What are y'all really doing in your time? Tell us some stories, boy. Tell us some stories. Tell us about Buzzsaw. Tell us a story about Buzzsaw and your marriage. Tell us. Tell me a story.
What do you want to know? He hit me in the head with a ukulele and busted my head up.
No, but tell it good like you mean it.
We just had a hardcore match. Eyeball contacts. Cheers. What do you?
Fucking hot. There's tacos in there. They're good.
They're really good.
Because we're white.
That's gringos.
Us gringos don't make tacos. Please try one. They're good. They're good. That's my wife, ma'am, Curly. What is your name? Well, hell, I don't even know who she is. What are you doing to my dad? Who are you? That is you.
That is game, sir.
No.
Oh, whoa. Checkmate. Oh.
Checkmate.
Should go on his matches and like get him in there with him out.
If you need me to beat him for you, I will.
So,
I'll fuck
this
your
ain't
ass.
taken.
That's
Fuck you,
a
everything.
draw, though.
Hey,
Not yet.
the heat up, yeah?
Game changer.
Talk to me. Hispanic lady at work. I had the grill. I was making some food.
Mm-hmm.
Showing there. She said, "What are you doing with these sockeyes?" Tortilla shell. I said, "I don't know. I'm running." He threw them on the grill.
She's like, what's gringo?
Dude, for real, do y'all want to go to the party?
I was thinking about
It's
it.
tomorrow. We gotta be there at 5 p.m. It'll be cool, man. They're nice.
What's the
Oh,
dress
no.
code?
Nah,
Yeah.
show up, have fun.
I got two, you got one.
I should wear like a tuxedo.
Nah,
I'll be like, I'm here at the party. Okay.
When you hear stories about New Jack or read about
Check.
what he got up to online,
You know, he has also a biography. New Jack does. I like to read
the
it.
incidents in question, or you hear the man himself
Mick Foley's
events.
the book, Lost Mankind, was
This guy actually
one of the greatest books I've read. Just
Some of the
inspirational
footage
story.
out there featuring New Jack is truly disturbing, but New Jack honestly could not
They're
care
chasing
less.
each other on the board now.
With this in mind, there's something fascinating about Jerome
That's a
Young
draw.
that's hard to pinpoint. Maybe it's
Dang,
our
y'all,
desire
it's
to
good,
learn more about life's rule breakers. Maybe it's his lack of empathy, or maybe it's his brazen confidence. I have no idea. But the more we learn about New Jack, the more we learn that no story is ever far-fetched. No matter how
That's a draw.
unbelievable the tale,
Yeah,
no
that's a
matter
draw.
what downright
Yeah,
and no matter how
1-1 and a draw.
Call it
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, I call that. I call
Y'all
that.
got tired of
Yeah,
chasing
good
each other
job.
on the board.
Hey, for real, dude. It ain't. Yeah.
Can't have nothing else on there, swear to God.
I don't know. The stove shell and that. No. Yes, it did.
All right, now you play your brother.
He's probably gonna beat me. No, you play him, so I can talk shit.
I already beat him.
I want to see it again.
Leo's really fucking good at chess.
He beat me.
Really good.
No, Pearson fucking good. Pearson ain't no chump. He ain't at all. Go ahead and play your brother, and I'll play him. I'll play him after you.
Rock, paper, scissors.
No,
Come on.
fucking you said that you would play him.
I don't want to play.
You fucking said, Pearson, that you would play your
Are you
brother.
scared to play
Now
him?
you
I'm
play
scared to
your.
play him.
No, don't fucking be scared to play him. Jesus.
It ain't like there ain't no money
Dude,
on it or there's
yeah. Dude, play your fucking brother. Play your brother, alright? Pearson, you got the chance to fucking play. Alright. Oh, hey, Matt. How you doing, buddy? Hey, look, you gotta play Pearson.
I'll stop his ass. Did he beat you?
No, we
So
draw.
to start things off, let's have a brief look at both men's paths that led to their first controversial encounter in ECW Living Dangerously in 2000. New Jack was born on
Yeah, hold
January
this back. Let me beat that ass.
Greensboro, North Carolina. He began his career in the USWA in 1992, naming himself New Jack after getting inspired by the movie New Jack City. New Jack City was a 1991 crime movie starring Wesley Snipes, Ice-T, and Chris Rock. And there's a quick side note, watch it, it's a good movie. After a year in the USWA, New Jack led the Georgia Wrestling Alliance and captured their heavyweight championship. It was also in North Georgia that New Jack led.
Set that board up, boy.
You set your own shit up.
Set that board up, boy.
Set your own shit.
I don't know how to play.
Like you made.
No, come on.
Yeah.
How's Charles and them doing? I missed that cat.
I don't know if you talked to him.
I don't talk to him. I don't hear from him. What am I supposed to say? Charles, please talk to me.
No, you call him and say,
I don't have his number.
Silk
it's all right. You're going to get some.
6.
Not by you,
It's a
boy.
6 random Nintendo 64. Never opened. Sealed case.
How much?
1,500.
No, no way.
Wait.
No,
The
no
clear green and the pristine is worth $1,200.
Never mind.
If there is one in there, you can nearly make your money back on one.
It don't make no sense. That's a lot of money. My first year.
You gotta dive in on it. I've got a lime green controller, the clear green. I've got one of them. I keep it put up.
Not that dumb. Bring us fucking smoke.
Let's go, boy.
Smoking.
Go, boy.
Going to.
Go, boy.
Get it, boy!
Grimes was able to work in Polo Pro Wrestling in Memphis, a WWF affiliate.
You done fucked up.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you done fucked up. You already fucked up. Check. That's check.
How?
You took the
Oh, that's a queen. No.
That's fucking check.
Well, I've been drinking. It don't slow me out.
I did. Go ahead. Fuck yeah. Go ahead. What'd you get on?
I'm over here. Horse, I ain't got no full screen.
No, hell.
Don't
Set
have
it
like
up.
a, don't have like a
Full screen. This ain't split screen.
This is
No,
split
that
screen.
ain't
Not
like
split screen.
Here, right here, right
Wanna
here.
put some cardboard up?
Yeah, let's go, boy.
Yeah, right here.
Hell, I'm over here drinking. I'm drinking beer. I ain't even playing this shit. I'm ready.
Smoke. I think that was the fastest.
Well, it's less than 4 moves.
Who's counting?
Where's this?
Ugh.
You only beat me because I've been drinking beer.
I don't drink.
Go, boy.
They knew there would be some scaffolding that was set up inside of one of the walls of the arena. Grimes set New Jack up on a table before
Take that shit, boy.
Not yet.
Take that for me.
Not yet.
Take that.
scaffolding. New Jack recovered and followed him up. This is where things took a very bad turn.
A very bad
A
turn.
very bad thing.
A very bad turn. We've got one viewer. I'm pretty sure it's Zach Mcalpin, who was supposed to be here. Weak ass boy. You lied. I gonna come help. Thanks, Zach.
We got it.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell am I supposed to do? Y'all think I'm worried about shit?
Because he's losing.
What ended up happening though is insane. The incident would become known as the Danbury Fall. Vic and New Jack get in position, and it looks like New Jack is going to take the lead. But New Jack
Facebook Messenger, I just put best podcast ever, guys.
Come watch it.
Both men fall from the scaffold.
We need to take Zach out of it.
Alright, Brandon, you want to learn how to play chess?
Man, I suck at chess.
Well, no, when last time?
Oh my, are you kidding me? I'm trying to take the lid off. No beer up there.
Okay.
Second time.
I suck at it so bad.
Oh, it ain't bad. I mean, look, this is practice.
He says, Jack, I can't do it.
Smoked him
Talk all
good.
that shit.
Smoke, talk all of that shit.
And we are having this conversation 20 minutes ago. I said to him, Vic,
on three. 1, 2, 3. And I put him, but he put it back. I put him there on top of me. He done a flip, and his back went against my head. I slammed my head on the floor and cracked my skull. I had brain fluid coming out of my nose and ears, and I had nerve damage in my right eye. I will never be able to see out of my right eye again in my life. I get headaches, my eyes get bloodshot for no reason. I go for 3 or 4 days with no sleep, but hey, that's part of New Jack being New Jack. That night changed me. It took a lot out of me. I've never been the same since that night. It's been reported that New Jack wasn't angry with Rick Grimes until he heard that Rick was gloating about putting New Jack out of commission. New Jack suffered legitimate brain damage due to this bump, and New Jack himself has said in numerous interviews that it was his fault that he cracked his head off the floor, saying Rick Grimes didn't hurt New Jack hurt New Jack. But yeah, New Jack also said that Rick was gloating over the water that he took from New Jack. This is what everybody that actually did hurt. We don't know for sure if Rick did indeed shoot live off about the bump. We can only go by what's been reported online, and it obviously could be very wrong. Like, people in New Jack's side of the story here is this would be the last time the two would meet in the ring. Rick Grimes said that the issues between Jack didn't become a live shoot. All stemmed from this point in 2000. Grimes never details about his actions and after the match. Again, we will never know. What we do know though is that New Jack versus Grimes was a complete different company 2 years later. And again,
I'm Jordan. I'm 40 years old, and I own Wilmington Fish Camp in Masonboro, North Carolina. Being a fisherman does cause a lot of aches and pains. My neck and my lower back go out on me a lot. I found out about the joint. The doctor was really more thorough than anything, and the price was just too good to be true. It doesn't will fix my health without taking my finger off the head. It is just have no place out on the water where I'm not
the two men Extreme Progressive was focused on hardcore wrestling, forming in 1991, and taking in a lot of ECW wrestlers after the company folded down the road. New Jack and Rick Grimes happened to be part of the XPW roster. XPW being XPW, the logical thing to do here was the Big Horseman and the Scaffold match. I'm sure many of you have already seen this footage here. It was random on the peer-to-peer footage programs, and it's become one of those YouTube videos that just doesn't go away. The two end up on top of the scale, and New Jack uses a taser to shock Grimes. New Jack Grimes off the top of the scaffold and shot some way. Grimes uses 12 tables, stacked right in the center of the ring, and lands on the ropes. He raises the tables, and he literally hits the top rope with his back first. The velocity of his body hitting the top rope causes him to bounce back into the ring. It's insane. New Jack said, I had a stun gun with 350 volts. We were 30 feet up in the air, and I shot him in the back about 4 or 5 times. He said to me, I can't feel my legs, and I said, don't worry, I got it. We stacked 12 tables up in the ring. He went through one. Yeah, now there's a few things here. New Jack would, of course, like us all to believe that this was his ultimate revenge for the brain damage and the loss of eyesight he suffered living dangerously 2 years prior. It just makes for the perfect revenge story. In shooting after the incident occurred, New Jack said he was trying to kill Rick Grimes on this night. He was apparently aiming for the ring post. Let's play devil's advocate for a moment. New Jack just moves out over the scaffold without any real sense of direction.
I want to hear stories about
just does it. It looks like Vic flips in midair, and this is what changes the course of the draw. Maybe I'm missing that rather unmissable pile of tables sitting in the middle of the ring. Of course, both men could have lined the ball better, as the pair were over to the left-hand side here, where dead center would have been a lot more ideal. In the wrestling world, we all know that the best thing to do in bad circumstances is to turn a negative into a positive. And it would make perfect sense for New Jack to claim he was indeed trying to positive here. What else is he going to say? Of course, it's fucking crazy to see, and it's one of the worst bumps in the history of professional wrestling. It's reckless and scary, but New Jack, I think anyway, was being New Jack on the interviews that followed. I don't think he was trying to murder anyone here, but of course, the fact that there are videos footage of him in other matches, literally piercing people with sharp objects, contradicts what I'm saying. What do you think? What do you see about who embedded on this video right now? Do you think New Jack was using it to try and hurt Grimes here? Or do you think Grimes could have rejected his He escaped with a dislocated ankle, and it could have been way worse. Had the ropes not broken his fall, or had he traveled a few feet further, it could have been one of the most gruesome wrestling bumps ever caught on video. Then returned to XPW just 2 months later and continued work, while New Jack had one more match for the company before splitting. The pair wouldn't work against each other again. New Jack said, I can get through shit with guys and make money. I'm through working with Grimes. Never again. Don't nobody like him. I'm done with him. New Jack, the term what you see is what you think can never hold so much truth. He speaks his mind as a man. He vocally berates anyone who doesn't like him. Have disrespected him. Even if Jack capitalized on the free falls and used there's still no doubt that he was one of the most feared hardcore wrestlers in the history of business. His unpredictability was unsettling. His lack of fire
Hey, I'm passing out here. Oh, hell, where you got that? Oh, shit. Where at? Oh, shit. Where else? Oh, shit. Online chat. No, that's just taking off. David Lewis was making sure that half the players still play games. No. Oh, shit. Y'all great granddad's leaving. Give a hug.
just came out of the marketing program with Big Bang.
Say, please, great granddad. Let's go, Mark. Say, great granddad.
We were more than excited.
Y'all working 6 days a week?
On their wrestling shows.
Y'all working 6 days a week?
You just made sense to a lot of people.
I used to hate
Knowing
those.
that Mick Foley wouldn't do in the ring when it came to the extreme.
I used to work 7 days.
However, would take these expectations on him and completely turn it around. When the fans expected brutal and extreme matches, Jack storyline, he refused. When Mick Foley denounced the hardcore style of wrestling while in ECW and told the fans that he was not wrestling matches just to meet their expectations, he drew a serious amount of hate that, in reality, could never be replicated. So sit back as we dig into this extremely noteworthy time in Mick Foley's career as we take a look at the Cactus Jack character in ECW.
You're not eating my
Even in the early days, ECW fans were some of the most loyal wrestling fans in the world. Gaining their acceptance too as a performer wasn't an easy task. Just ask Tommy Dreamer, for example, who spent the best part of his first year getting booed by ECW fans. In saying this, once acceptance was gained, whether it be from pure wrestling skill or your ability to take a beating and come back for more, ECW fans would remain loyal to the superstar usually until the end of their time with the company. ECW fans were also smart fans, they were team traders, they understood there was more to wrestling than the mainstream, and they knew a lot about the business before the internet became a cesspool for sharing wrestling rumors and news. Many people would call ECW fans boisterous and somewhat annoying, but they were also some of the most passionate fans in the world. There really has never been a fan base in wrestling in recent times anyway that compares to the sheer devotion that the ECW fans had for their chosen wrestling company. So when Mick Foley was seen in WCW having brutal matches in a somewhat family-oriented show, fans of ECW knew he belonged in Philadelphia. Take, for example, Mick Foley's match against Vader at Halloween Havoc 1999. So brutal that the WCW High refused to book Cactus Jack versus Vader ever again on pay-per-view. This kind of notoriety served ECW fans quite well. Come over to ECW, you can have all the brutal matches you want, and our executives won't stop you from doing so. Joey Stein summed it up well when he said,
Okay, I'll finish with
Mick Foley's elevate to the ECW locker room because fans knew him as Cactus Jack. Even if he wasn't a top star in WCW, he was a star who had serious TV time. His style was also suited perfectly for the early days of ECW, when it was all about being extreme, it was all about being physical, and it was all about getting people's attention. Thanks to a short-lived Tom exchange agreement between ECW and WCW in early 1994, Cactus Jack was able to make his first appearance for NWA Eastern Championship Wrestling in May of that year. Cactus Jack was defeated by Sabu in his first ECW match at Hostile City Showdown, a match that had a ton of interference but still definitely worth a watch. During a promo shortly after the Sabu match, Mick Foley on ECW TV spat on his WCW Tag Team title belt in an emotionally charged promo, a promo style that Cactus would become extremely good at during ECW. After the Sabu match at Hostile City Showdown, Cactus returned to WCW. Kevin Sullivan dropped the WCW tag titles to Paul Orndorff and Paul Roma and Bash in 1994. And Cactus Jack would again return to ECW while still under WCW contract. The Hardcore Hag in 1994. Cactus Jack and Terry Funk had a brutal match that went to a no contest, and 2 weeks later, Cactus Jack and Mikey Whipwreck defeated the Public Enemy to win the ECW tag titles. Mikey Whipwreck was playing an important part in Cactus Jack's ECW journey, but more on that later. Cactus decided then to leave WCW, preferring to work ECW and independent shows here, as he felt he couldn't move any further up the cards in Atlanta. At WCW Fall Brawl 1994, as a way to end the Cactus Jack saga in WCW, Mick Foley lost a loser leaves WCW match against Kevin Sullivan.
You go on this work, though.
Over the next 2 years or so, Cactus Jack would work everywhere and anywhere. He worked for ECW, he worked for NWA affiliated promotions, he worked in Japan and took part in some of the most infamous hardcore matches known to man. But let's go down and try to keep track here of Cactus in ECW. We could spend hours talking about Cactus in NWA Japan, for example, but let's just stick with that too. Go on to have very entertaining matches with the Public Enemy, eventually using the titles to Rocco Rocky and Johnny Grunge in November to Remember 1994, before Mick McAlpin pushing up the United States.
Dropped in a second.